Now, with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the York Revolution, Darrell Henry.
Good afternoon, everyone, from Santander Stadium here in downtown York. Welcome to game number 127 of York Revolution Baseball. Today, the final game of this homestand, and the Revs are looking to close it out with a bang. They've won the first three of this series against the Bluefish. Today, going for the four-game sweep. And hi again, everybody. Darrell Henry alongside... Who are you? What is this?
You can call me Ray Fett.
Okay. It is Star Wars night here at the stadium, and Ray's in a helmet.
Yes.
And I am not a Star Wars aficionado, so I don't quite get this, but I do recognize the helmet.
Thank you, Darrell.
Recognize the headgear. So who is it again?
I'm wearing the helmet of one Django Fett, but you can refer to me as Ray Fett throughout the night if you so wish. Ray's fine.
Okay. Are you? Can you see the game?
A little bit. Yeah, I'll admit this is a very worn-out helmet. I've had this since the early days of my affection with Star Wars, so it's been a while since I cleaned it.
Looks as though your face is a little smushed.
Yeah, just a tad. Just a tad.
All right. Well, you are definitely in the spirit today. It is a spirited day here at Santander Stadium. It's college night, and a big group from York College is here as they have just begun the fall semester this past week. In fact, I believe that Dr. Gunnar Smith is addressing the crowd as we speak, or she will be here momentarily. She's part of the group down in the field. But the Revs looking to close this homestand today with a four-game sweep against the Bluefish. They are going for their fourth series sweep of the season, their second four-gamer. They swept Southern Maryland in 4 games here in early August. And coming off a slew of late-inning dramatic victories, 3 in a row to begin this series. And last night, tremendous comeback, Ray, down a run in the 8th inning. Telvin Nash ties it with a homer. The Revs score 3 more and go on to a 7-4 victory. Hopefully we get some help with the teams that are playing Lancaster down the stretch, but if nothing else, the Revs are certainly having some fun with this second half and making it very exciting.
Absolutely. This has been a very fun team to watch here in the second half of the season. And what can you say that hasn't been said before about Telvin Nash? He's just been on fire recently. Telvin Smash is a moniker that he is very deserving of right now.
Yes, 3 straight games with a home run. If he hits one today, it would tie the Revs record for consecutive games with a long ball, as Chris Nowak and Eric Patterson hold that record at 4 consecutive games apiece. Should be a good one today. The Revs have won 4 of the last 5 overall, 3 in a row, and tying a season high at 7 games over 500, 31-24 in the second half. Still 4.5 behind Lancaster, but 2 weeks to try to overcome that deficit. It'll be Frank Gailey on the mound for the Revs this afternoon, 4-3 with an ERA of 2.47. Lefty Robert Carson will go for the Bluefish. He's 5-3 with an ERA of 2.97. So coming up on our pregame, we will take a listen back at the highlights from another great comeback for the Revs yesterday, and we'll check in with Mace and get his thoughts on the win and the series thus far as well. Stay tuned for that. And a very happy Labor Day to everyone. Labor Day and baseball, kind of a holiday tradition in this country, with many day games played on this day in the majors, and our game a little bit earlier, the special start time of 5 p.m. The Revs get a chance to spend this holiday game here at home this season, taking on the Bluefish as they go for the series sweep. First pitch is set for 5 o'clock here today on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Want to learn to skate? Want to suit up and learn how to play some hockey? Come to the coolest place in town, York Ice Arena. Learn to skate programs are now available for all ages, for every skating ability. Kids of all ages will learn how to feel comfortable on ice, how to stand, and perhaps most importantly, how to fall properly. Class levels range from beginner to freestyle, where you'll learn basic jumps, spins, and footwork. Classes are taught by York Ice Arena skating instructors from White Rose Figure Skating Club. No skates? No problem. Skate rental is included in your registration. Or get on the ice for our York Ice Arena hockey programs. York Ice Arena coaches will focus on teaching proper techniques needed for anyone interested in playing hockey. Rental equipment is available for beginning players, both boys and girls. So get on the ice. Learn to skate. Learn to play. Sign up now. Group skating lessons and beginners hockey programs are forming now. Plus, York City residents get a 50% discount. Register today. Go to yorkskate.com and click on program info. York Ice Arena, the coolest place in town.
WellSpan has helped many professional, student, and recreational athletes stay at the top of their game. And they can do the same for you. Our winning team offers everything from concussion management and sports nutrition to physical therapy and more. For more information, call 877-482-5420 or visit wellspan.org/sportsmedicine.
Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Use your gold card every time you shop and you'll automatically receive your savings and rewards. And you'll get incredible deals on the new Best Yet brand products at Nell's, Saubles, Wetzel's, Chris's New Oxford, and Stauffer's Downingtown markets. So get into the game with some great savings at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Always a hit and always a great catch. Revolution!
Sure, you're counting down to kickoff, but there's plenty of baseball left this summer. The York Revolution have 14 home games in September, and it's easy for you to be there with the September six-pack. 6 tickets for any remaining game at Santander Stadium this season, 2 parking passes, and a free $10 food card for ballpark treats. A savings of 25% over box office prices, plus $10 in free food. So head to YorkRevolution.com to purchase your September six-pack. As Yogi Berra would say, baseball season ain't over till it's over.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Revs and the Bluefish here today at Santander Stadium. Darrell Henry back alongside Ray Jensen. And on our feature segment, we take a look back at some of the highlights from yesterday's big win, the Revs' third straight. They were trailing 4-3 in the top of the 7th inning. In fact, down 3-0 early, they came back once to tie it. Andres Perez, a 2-run homer in the 5th to left center, and then a pass ball scoring a run to tie it in the 6th when Paniagua came home. That made it 3-3. But after Bridgeport went back ahead with a run in the 7th inning, 4-3, critical spot in the game. Tony Pena came in with a run home. The bases loaded, still no outs. You got a strikeout of Ethan Chapman for the first out, and then facing Brian Sabatella at the top of the order. The 0-1 swung on, grounded back to him. He'll throw home. Paniagua with a first double play. 1, 2, 3. Tony Pena works out of it. What a job. Bases loaded with nobody out. And no further runs come across. What an escape. And then in the 8th inning, Luis Perdomo, pretty good escape also, had a leadoff walk and a steal, so they had a runner at second with no outs, but facing 3, 4, and 5 in the order, he escaped any damage there. So still a 1-run game when Telvin Nash stood in to lead off the bottom of the 8th. 3-2, and a swing and a line drive, left center field. It is gone! Telvin Nash ties the game! A home run for the 3rd consecutive night for Telvin Nash. And this game tied 4-4 here in the bottom of the 8th. A low liner that just carries out of here. And the Revs have done it again. Telvin Nash, the game-tying shot. And 3rd straight game with a homer. With 1 out in the inning, tied up, Nick Ferdinand singled. And up next was James Simmons. First offering, Ferdinand's running, and it's driven to right center field. In the gap, and down for a hit. Ferdinand being set, he's going to score. Simmons stops, it'll be a double. And the Revs immediately following was Eric Patterson, who kept it going. And now ready, the 3-2. Swung on and lined down the left field line, and that's fair! Down to the corner, Simmons around to score! And Patterson into second with an RBI double. They've added the insurance to it. And it's 6-4 York here in the 8th. That was against reliever Stephen Ames, who was then lifted. And as they went to Wander Perez, a left-hander, out of the bullpen, Patterson wasted no time, creating another run. And the first pitch, Patterson broke for third. It's high, and the throw goes into left. Right down the line, Patterson into score, and it's 7-4. Just how they drew it up. Patterson's 20th steal of the year. He broke on the first pitch. So with that lead, Mike DeMarc came on looking for his second save. He would have a leadoff walk and a 2-out walk to deal with, but slammed the door facing Sabatella looking for the final out. Another payoff pitch. Swung on, popped him up. Valdez at short is under it. He waits, he squeezes. Game over. And the Revs with another comeback win in the late innings. 7-4 is the final tonight as they take the first three from the Bluefish. Matching a season high, 7 games over 500. Another late comeback and more late inning heroics. Yeah, it was another fun one. All 3 games in this series, the Revs have won in their final at-bat. Now 22-11 in last at-bat decisions, and in all 3 games, they've either tied it or gone ahead in the 8th. Today, looking for the 4-game sweep. Frank Gailey against Robert Carson coming up shortly. We'll check in with Mace on the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report up next.
We're everywhere. Listen on the go with the WOYK mobile apps. Download today at WOYK1350.com.
Nobody can turn your backyard into a backyard paradise better than Paradise Landscaping and Hardscaping. The outdoor pros at Paradise offer full outdoor maintenance, landscaping, hardscape design, and installation. And when it comes to fall planting, mulching, and cleaning up fallen leaves, you're in luck, Revs fans. Call before September 1st to schedule your fall cleanup and clean up with 10% off. Estimates are free, fully insured. Call 577-6234 or check them out on Facebook. Paradise Landscaping and Hardscaping in York.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
It's going to be another epic year in high school football, and Sports Radio 1350 is ready for kickoff. Tune in every Friday night this fall for the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Plus, go to WOYK1350.com for a full breakdown of the teams and the players of the 2015 York Adams League. The high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Catch the action every Friday night on Sports Radio 1350, online at WOYK1350.com, or download the WOYK mobile app.
Hey, sports fans, great news. Now you can listen to Sports Radio 1350 anywhere with the new WOYK mobile apps. Stranded in Siberia? No problem. Kidnapped by wolves? It's not as bad as you may think. Wherever you are, WOYK is with you on the brand new mobile apps. York's only local sports station just went mobile and global. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse. For the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup, it's the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Now, here's Atlantic League Manager of the Year, Mark Mason.
Well, Mace, another big win for your team last night, coming from behind. The 8th inning has kind of been your team's inning here in this series. What's the confidence level like in the dugout when you're down a run late in the game?
Well, there's no panic. The guys they're focused, and I mean they're having fun right now. That was one of the things we talked about a couple weeks ago, to finish out the season by having fun, play hard, and just don't put any pressure on ourselves and just have fun with it. And so I think right now we feel that we can come back, and that's always a good feeling. That's something I don't think we had in the first half as much as we have right now. So the guys are battling. They're doing a great job, and we're finding ways to pull it out right now.
In the next couple of weeks, you're going to need some help with the teams that are playing Lancaster, but has your team embraced the mentality of just doing what they can take care of and just worrying about their business? That's
exactly right. We can only worry about what we have in front of us and how we play and our opponents. So whatever Lancaster does, I mean that's what they do. We can't control that. But we understand that in order for us to stay in the hunt for a while, we have to keep winning games, because if we lose games, even if they lose, we can't make up any ground. So we need to win to try to put ourselves in a position to make up some ground if they get beat. But we just want to play well too, and we want to win as many games as we can, and however it shakes out at the end, then that's what it is.
The comeback in the 8th, you turn the inning into a big inning, but it started with Nash's home run, and that's 3 straight days for him. What are you seeing in his approach at the plate right now?
Well, I think he's definitely being more, recognizing the balls that are outside and trying to hit them to right field. I think that has made him better. If you notice, he hasn't really pulled too many balls way foul down the left field line. He's keeping the ball more to the middle of the field, kind of left center gap to right center gap. So that's a good thing when a hitter does that. He's playing the middle of the field, not really worrying about pulling the ball. And I mean, he's a guy, there's no question, the potential's there. If he gets locked in, he'll hit a lot of home runs. I mean, his career says that. But right now it's fun watching guys when they're locked in, hitting the ball out of the park. And and then Ferd, after having some time off, he's come back and done a really good job. Simmons did a great job on the hit and run we put on in the 8th inning last night, and that scored Ferdinand actually from first base. And then Eric came up with the big hit right after that to knock in Simmons, and then I just turned Eric loose to steal third base, and Morales helped us with a throw into left field. So it didn't take long to get 4 runs right there. But, it's fun when everything's clicking and guys execute. I mean, that's the kind of results we can get.
One of the biggest spots was what Tony Pena did in the 7th inning, coming in, bases loaded, no outs. When he's feeling good about his stuff, what kind of confidence do you see even when his back is against the wall to basically calmly make his pitches and get out of it? He looked like he was in total control.
I agree with that. He's not overwhelmed out there. Obviously, he pitched a lot in the big leagues at the back end of the game, so he's familiar with being in those kind of situations, and that's where you just trust your stuff. And sometimes you try to make it even nastier than normal because you needed some swings and misses in that situation. And he did get the strikeout, and then we got the double play, which is pretty much all you can ask for at that point with bases loaded and nobody out. Sometimes you think if you give up 2 runs there, that's a win, as far as getting out of the inning. But to only give up the 1 run, and Rami had actually given that up before Tony came in. So to get out of there the way that we did, that was a big turning point in the game, I thought.
Well, today you've got Gailey starting this finale. Do you sense that it's a pretty good feeling in the clubhouse for all the position guys when they know that he's on the mound, the way that he's thrown here lately?
Absolutely, and he works fast too, and that's important. Sometimes you don't have to have the greatest results, but if you work fast, that keeps the position players locked into the game. If you take a long time out there and it's a lot of ball 3, full count, 3 and 2, just a slow-paced game, I mean, sometimes position players, they fall asleep on their feet. And then when they have to make a play, even if it's a little tougher than a routine play, sometimes that becomes a really hard play to make. So Frank works fast, and everybody appreciates that, and he's been really good lately. So we're hoping he can keep that rolling and keep the momentum going.
All right, Mace. Thanks a lot. Good luck today.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. The a cappella group York College Rhapsody performing our national anthem as they wait for the color guard to head off here as well. Labor Day baseball here this afternoon at Santander Stadium as the Revs look for the 4-game sweep. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Now Frank Gailey into his warm-ups. Revs have taken the field for today's game. And the starting lineup for the Bluefish, brought to you by Flying Feet. Brian Sabatella in left field will lead things off. Hitting second is the second baseman, Josh Prince. Batting third in right field is Wellington Dotel. The cleanup hitter is DH CJ Rutherford. Andres Rodriguez will play first base and hit fifth. Wilson Batista is at third base and batting sixth. Jabduan Morales will do the catching and hit seventh. Juan Martinez at shortstop bats eighth. And Ethan Chapman is in center field batting ninth. Again, it's Sabatella, Prince, Dotel, Rutherford, Rodriguez, Batista, Morales, Martinez, and Chapman for the Bluefish. That lineup facing Revs lefty Frank Gailey, who has been terrific. 4-3 with an ERA of 2.47. If he had enough innings, that ERA would rank fourth in the league. Today is his 18th appearance, his 13th start. 76 and 2/3 innings, just 62 hits. Opponents hitting only 221. He has walked 23 and struck out 71. Almost one per inning. And ready to go as Sabatella makes his way to the plate. It's a warm one today. This heat wave has yet to leave. You're in early September, but bright sunshine, not a cloud overhead as Sabatella digs in. And we're ready. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch of the day is right there for a called strike. And that'll get us started for game number 127. It's a 5:03 first pitch officially. Sabatella hitting at 264 with Bridgeport, 275 overall. And Gailey the 0-1. It's a changeup just outside. Revs today in the alternate gold tops. Bridgeport has ditched the alternates for today. They're in all-road gray. The 1-1, and it's outside, a changeup missing. And plate umpire this afternoon, Manolo Alejandro. John Harrington at first, Warren Nicholson at third base. Sabatella in his 28th game with the Bluefish following the trade. And he watches a strike go by. It's 2-2. Started the year with Long Island and got off to a great start when Phelan Lentini joined them again. They dealt him to Bridgeport for Sean Burrows. The 2-2 swung on and foul-tipped back into the netting. For Gailey, it'll be his third start against Bridgeport. His first one came against the Bluefish at Harbor Yard, and he went 4 no-hit innings. He deals, dropped down a bit. Sabatella scrapes a ground foul. And then almost a month ago in Bridgeport, a no decision, 4 innings, 2 runs in a game that the Revs would win in 13 innings. Sets at the belt, another 2-2. Called third strike. Sabatella was jumping back, but Gailey got the inside strike call. It doesn't come without a little beef from the hitter, but Gailey strikes him out looking. Paniagua's throw goes into right, but that's okay. 1 down here in the first. Panny couldn't help but smirk about that as his throw around the horn got away. And it's a game-opening strikeout. Here's Josh Prince, and he swings, chops one to third. It stays fair. Pounds plays it neatly and fires to first for the out. Not an easy one to read. Couple of hops right on the line, and Pounds right at the back of the bag, gloved it on kind of an in-between hop, and made the strong throw to first. 2 down, and the league leader in hitting, Wellington Dotel, will make his way to the plate. And that was a nice one-pitch out for Gailey after a fairly long at-bat with Sabatella. At 2 down, Gailey, who always goes from the stretch, delivers, and a swing and a foul tip behind the plate. Dotel up there hacking, and they were ready for that, giving him a first-pitch changeup. Game time temp right around 90 today. Dotel hitting at .333, which leads the league. Time asked for as he backs out. He leads in steals with 40. He leads in hits, total bases, extra base hits, slugging. Has 7 homers. The pitch to him. Swing and a miss. Good changeup from Gailey. Well, ahead 0-2. And fires. That's just inside. He tried to sneak one in there again. That fastball touching 90 on the scoreboard gun. On the 1-2, and a little bit further in. Revs will head on the road for the final road trip of the season tomorrow. 3 at Somerset, and then 3.5 at Southern Maryland. The 2-2, swung on, poked softly to second base. Waiting on the ground is Patterson. The throw just in time. It was hit softly, and Dotel can fly. And speeding to first, he made it really close. But a 1-2-3 first inning for Gailey. And at the end of a half, it's the Bluefish nothing, and the Revs coming up.
You're running cross country. No one understands how they keep score. Your friends and family don't understand why you do it, but you understand how it makes you feel. So does Flying Feet. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes has been supplying running shoes and apparel to Central PA's best since 1975. Their staff is made up of runners and coaches who understand your pleasures and your pains. If it's running or cross-country related, Flying Feet knows about it. And with the area's best selection of running shoes, running spikes, and running apparel, there's no good reason to shop anywhere else. Worried about prices? Didn't you hear? Flying Feet is the specialty athletic store without specialty store prices. Come see their selection of the best running shoes and spikes for men, women, and children. No matter what your size, your width, or your ability level, Flying Feet has a full line of running apparel and accessories. So run, don't walk, and talk running with a staff who knows. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
There we go. As we get set for the Revs to come to the plate. Lineup brought to you by Flying Feet, and I think it scared Manolo Alejandro, our plate ump, who wasn't ready for it. It got him today. It'll be Eric Patterson leading off at second base. Wilson Valdez, the shortstop, will bat second. Hitting third and DHing is Andres Perez. The cleanup man in right field, Brandon Boggs. Brian Pounds at third base hits fifth. Talvin Nash, the first baseman, batting sixth. Salvador Paniagua will do the catching and hit seventh. Nick Ferdinand in left field bats eighth. And James Simmons in center will hit ninth. The lefty Robert Carson also from the stretch. And his first pitch, a fastball strike over the inner half. Again, Patterson, Valdez, Perez. Boggs, Pounds, Nash, Paniagua, Ferdinand, and Simmons. As Patterson takes strike two. Carson with that fastball at 90. He can be really dominant when he's on. Has big league time and has been terrific first in relief and now making his 10th start. Here's the 0-2, and it misses down low. Looks like he's got very compact mechanics for pretty big guy, 6'3", 220. And the Revs have only faced him once in relief. It was back in late June. He deals, and it misses wide, 2-2. Today is the final meeting of the season between these two. They're only playing 14 times, but they have missed him as a starter until now. He delivers, and a swing and a tapper toward the middle. Patterson's going to dig. Prince charges. His throw just nipped him at first. So after Patterson nipped Dotel on a ground ball, he gets edged on a soft tapper that Prince handles at second, charging in toward the middle of the infield, and one away to begin the bottom of the first. No score. Wilson Valdez to the plate next. Carson 5-3 at 2.97 ERA, 20 games, 9 starts, 60 2/3 innings, 69 Ks, 21 walks, 62 hits. Opponents have hit 271. There's Valdez, who's hitting 261. First pitch to him, it's over at the knees for a strike. Carson pounding the bottom of the strike zone early on. Now the 0-1, and look out, fouled hard to the first base side. It hit the sideboard and came down into the front row. Almost took out Downtown, who was up to his annex over there. 0-2. I believe we have Screamer here today. Pitch from Carson is down and in. That is the York College mascot, new as of a couple of years ago. Downtown, the seasoned vet, of course. Now the 1-2. And a swing and a floater, shallow center, and in for a base hit. Valdez, the bloop single, shallow right center, dumps it in over Prince, the second baseman heading out. And Valdez has the game's first hit. One out base runner for Dre. Perez yesterday, his third home run on this homestand. It gives him 15 for the year, which, you know, with all of the rankings that he's got within the league, leading the league in RBIs, in home runs, he's now tied for second. 3 off the lead. He takes a first pitch strike here. Part of a 3-way tie for second with Chris Wallace of Sugar Land, Brian Cavazos Galvez of Lancaster. And only Lancaster's Lance Zawadski has more. He's got 18. The 0-1, and it misses down low. Perez with 12 of his 15 in the second half.
That's some amazing work from Perez, but what surprises me is Zawadski, of his power this season. He didn't really show a whole ton of it in 2014, but apparently worked on a lot of his batting mechanics, and it's really showed this season.
1-1. And a swing and a fly ball, right field. Dotel, the shades on, coming in and fighting the sun with his glove, but he's got it. Never did lose sight of it. And made the catch in right center for out number 2. And not to take anything away from him, but Zawadski's got that right field over there, too.
Oh, everyone loves that right field. Eric Patterson certainly does.
So maybe we are taking something away from him.
Well, you are. You started it. But I'm okay with it.
Here's Brandon Boggs. Boggs, a 6-game hitting streak. First pitch is in the dirt. 3 for 3 yesterday. And a walk, so he was on base all 4 times. Batting 270. He's moved up to third in the league and on base. 365. Pitch to him. That's upstairs. 2-0. 366, excuse me. I want to sell him short. Round up. Here's the 2-0. And he grounds it sharply to third, but right there is Batista near the line. He'll throw it to second for the inning-ending force. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We head to the second today here on this Labor Day afternoon. No score.
Hi, this is Tom Dasher, President of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in retirement planning and strategies to meet individual personal goals. Whether you are looking for wealth accumulation or to maximize your retirement income. Oh, heck, this is sounding just like another commercial. Hey, listen, it's this simple. We use risk-free investment vehicles, whether you are looking to still build wealth accumulation or you want retirement income or a combination of both. It is all about getting your money parked in the place that will benefit you the most. If you want to do that, call me. My office number is 246-3879 or my mobile is 487-2096 or contact me at my new website at tomdasher.com.
Revolution!
Sure, you're counting down to kickoff, but there's plenty of baseball left this summer. The York Revolution have 14 home games in September, and it's easy for you to be there with the September 6-pack. 6 tickets for any remaining game at Santander Stadium this season, 2 parking passes, and a free $10 food card for ballpark treats. A savings of 25% over box office prices, plus $10 in free food, so head to YorkRevolution.com to purchase your September 6-pack. As Yogi Berra would say, baseball season ain't over till it's over.
An invasive pest that's already killed millions of ash trees is bearing down on our communities. The emerald ash borer, or EAB, means certain death for every ash tree it infects. The good news is that you can protect your property's ash trees with help from Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Our EAB prevention methods are effective, environmentally safe, and less costly than removing your dead tree, which is the only alternative to prevention. Learn more at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
No score at the end of 1, and C.J. Rutherford will lead off the second for Bridgeport. Middle third of the order, the cleanup man at bat. And Gailey's first pitch is a tad low. Rutherford DHing today, 3 for 15 at the plate in his first 4 games with the Bluefish. And the next one popped up foul. This will come back and out of play. Has 4 RBIs in 4 games, including 2 yesterday on a single that opened the scoring in the 4th inning. But the Revs with their 29th total comeback win of the year. 1-1, and that misses away. That is 1 more comeback wins than opponents have against them. And the team record for comeback wins in a season, 36. Well, now they're at 29. Gailey deals, and it misses down low. And the count now 3-1. They had 36 last year and in 2008. Now the stretch and the 3-1. Swung on, fouled straight back. Gailey coming off a win on Wednesday night, 9-2 against Camden. Worked into at least the 8th for the second straight start. Payoff pitch, he dropped down, and Rutherford will smack it through the left side of the infield, a base hit. And a leadoff single to begin the second. Gailey, an out away from a complete game at Somerset. His start before that followed it up by going into the 8th on Wednesday. Had a 1-hitter with 2 outs in the 7th, took a 2-hit shutout into the 8th. And he would be charged with 2 runs total. Struck out 8, gave up only 4 hits. Here's Andres Rodriguez, and he takes a first pitch strike. Rodriguez batting .240, 6 home runs, 44 driven in. Has been hot here of late. 0-1. Lined up the middle, and it'll find center. A base hit. First 2 are on, and that one right back at Gailey, who had to duck. He flung his glove upward, and it just went over the tip of his glove. And another scary comebacker. I think it was in on the bat handle a little bit, fortunately, but still not much reaction time for Gailey. Yesterday, Ronnie Lewis had a close shave, which was also in the second and also by Rodriguez. Here's Wilson Batista, who swings and misses on a splitter. Batista at 278. It's his average with Bridgeport. 250 overall after playing in 13 games with Lancaster. There's the 0-1. He squares to bunt, gets it down. Gailey hustles in. The pickup, he'll take a look at the other bags and throws to first. Sacrifice is good, 1-3. And both runners move up, second and third with 1 down. Bring up Jobdawan Morales, who starts behind the plate for them today. Luis Rodriguez had started the first 3. Morales at 249, the switch hitting catcher. Had a pinch hit single yesterday and stayed in to catch. Went 1 for 2. Did have a throwing error in the 8th inning that allowed the Revs' final run to score. Infield back. First pitch is popped up. And Nash will range back from first. Patterson out from second. Patterson's got it in shallow right. He'll make a one-hop toss into the plate. And Morales pops up first pitch. And it's now second and third with 2 outs. A big out for Gailey. And he'll now face Juan Martinez, trying to end the inning and keep things scoreless. Martinez added yesterday, returning to the Atlantic League. He had been in Amarillo in the American Association earlier this season. And in his Atlantic League debut yesterday, went 1 for 4. Gailey ready, first offering, it's a little bit in or low. Martinez first came to the Atlantic League with York in 2011 briefly. And then was with Camden and Bridgeport. And back in the league again. The 1-0 swung on, tap foul behind the plate. As Gailey had him committed early on that change. Last start for Gailey, finally got a win after 4 straight no decisions, which were all York wins, but they had all gone extra innings. Pitch, fastball up and away, that just missed. It's his first win since August 8th, and 4 straight in extras that the Revs had won, but obviously there's ended up being no decisions for Gailey. The 2-1. And it's beaten foul just behind the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Was greeted with back-to-back singles, then a sac bunt, which moved them both up. Not trying to work out of it. Long look in, Paniagua through the signs, and they agree on one. The stretch, the 2-2, swung on, little floater, shallow right center, it's going to drop, and both runs will score on a blue pit. 2-0 Bridgeport here in the top of the second. Now the Revs will be going for comeback win number 30 today. Gailey, all that work to avoid the damage and work out of that threat and made another good pitch, but on a bloop, it falls for both runs. 2-0. Here's Ethan Chapman, the 9-hole hitter, batting at .241. And Gailey fires a fastball strike on our K-man today. The 0-1 and a breaking ball that bends in for a strike. As a fan of pitching, I hate those bloop hits, Ray.
Oh, it's just tough to read when you're fielding, too. You don't know how sharp it's going to drop. You don't know what good angle to dive at.
There's a curveball tapped foul at the plate.
It's ever more frustrating for the pitcher, especially Gailey in that situation. Like you said, all that work, got into agreement with Paniagua finally on the pitch, and just like that, damage is done.
That has a sign. Another 0-2, runner goes, breaking ball missed high. Paniagua, a good one to throw on, but Martinez slid right into Valdez's glove, jarred it loose. It'll be a stolen base. That was a short hop for Martinez to try to pick, or for Valdez, excuse me. And Martinez slid right into his glove at about the same instant. And now he's at second base. 1-2 on the hitter. Chapman will step out. 2-0 Bridgeport here in the top of the second. Gailey set. And the 1-2 breaking ball, and he taps another one foul straight back. Now the battle continues. Ready, he fires, swung on, popped up foul. Paniagua back nearing the screen and reaches. Oh, he did make the play, and the Bluefish can't believe it. Their dugout going nuts. Manolo Alejandro made the call. Paniagua reached into the netting, and it popped loose for a moment, and then he grabbed it with his bare hand. But the Bluefish are arguing that it made contact with the backstop, and then it should be ruled a dead ball foul. The Revs have left the field, but Manolo is going to pull the other umpires together. It bounced off his glove, and, you know, if the out stands, I have to say I would think the Revs would catch a real break. It looked like it did bounce off the glove and right against the screen. And they are going to say that that did happen. So Ricky Van Asselberg's contestment of that call pays off, and now Mace has to get the explanation from the umps. I mean, looking at the replay, it's pretty clear that they have now gotten it right on the overturn, but Mace probably wants to know why two umpires who are 150 feet away are overruling it, but a battle continue for Chapman as the Revs retake the field.
Regardless, it was a nice effort by Pandy and grabbed it barehanded in the end. Impressive, no matter which way the call went eventually.
Yeah, it hit the net, and then the tip of the padding, and then fell into his bare hand. It really wasn't close to being caught cleanly, but he did give it a great effort. A 1-2 it remains. Gailey will try it again. Just missed away on a slider. That would have been neat had they come right back out, and on one pitch went right back in. And Gailey almost made that happen.
Well, this is already a bit of a rough inning for Gailey. He could have ended the inning only 28 pitches in, but that two-run bloop single from Juan Martinez, now having the battle of Chapman, has him at 36 right now.
Deals home, and it's smacked fair down the first base line. Martinez around to score. It's down into the corner. Chapman flying around second. The relay to third. Pounds the tag, and he's just in. Pumping his fist as he was inches away from being out, but given a reprieve. He comes up with an RBI triple. 3-0 Bridgeport as Chapman yanks it sharply right down the line. Nash laid out for it, but right down the chalk and all the way to the corner. Now Bridgeport with 3 2-out runs in the inning. And here's Sabatella back at the top of the order. First pitch fastball is over for a strike. Now the Revs comeback wins in each of the first 3 games here, and in 2 of the 3 they've come back from down 3. One short of matching their biggest of the year. There's a splitter down and away. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Sabatella, a strikeout looking in his first at bat. The pitch, it's down and away, 2-1. Triple for Chapman, his 3rd of the year. A 2-1 from Gailey and a foul back against the net. So the number 8 hitter drives in 2, and the number 9 hitter drives in 1 more. Bottom of the order coming through with 2 outs. The 2-2 swung on and poked softly to first. A lot of spin, but Nash will glove it cleanly on the line. Steps on first to end the inning. It stayed fair and then started to spin against the line, but Nash was right on it. But Bridgeport scores 3 2-out runs, 4 hits. The Blue Pit, the big hit of the inning, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Bridgeport 3, York 0.
Broadway transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They towed in my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man.
I know they helped me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
WellSpan has helped many professional, student, and recreational athletes stay at the top of their game. And they can do the same for you. Our winning team offers everything from concussion management and sports nutrition to physical therapy and more. For more information, call 877-482-5420 or visit wellspan.org/sportsmedicine.
For local sports on your smartphone, search WOIK at the App Store.
Bottom of the second, it's a 3-0 Bridgeport lead. Robert Carson's first pitch is outside on Brian Pounds leading things off. Here's the 1-0. And that misses down low. 2-0 the count. Pounds hitting at 271 coming in. Followed by Nash and Paniagua near this inning. The 2-0. And that's over for a strike. Well, the Bluefish with 3 2-out runs. And Juan Martinez has been known to kill the Revs over the years. The 2-1, swinging a foul tip off the face mask of Morales, and it deflected all the way up high against the netting. And then now 2-2. You don't particularly want Robert Carson to end up with an early lead to work with. 2-2, and a swing and a pop foul. This will get out of play off to the right. Carson has lost 3 straight. Before that, he won 4 in a row. Fires home, and a swing and a foul straight back. In the 3 losses, he gave up 4 runs at Sugar Land, working into the 7th. 7 runs, 6 earned against Lancaster. And then his last start at Long Island, 5 innings, 3 runs. The 2-2. Fastball just inside, and he walks off to the side thinking that he had it. It'll be a full count. Before the 3 straight losses, his ERA was as low as 1.39. Now deals, and a swing and a high drive, left center field and deep. Chapman chasing, gone! Brian Pounds with a homer! A towering drive out into the playground again in left center. The Revs have worn that playground out here in this homestand, and they answer right away. It's 3-1 on Pounds' 12th of the year. A majestic shot up into the clear sky. His 12th, and the Revs in the month of September with their 14th. They came in today with 6 more than any other team in the league in this month. So a 3-1 game as they answer right away. And here's Talvin Nash, who's hit 1 in 3 straight games. He takes down low. Nash also with a ribby in 4 straight. And Carson thought that he had Pounds struck out, didn't get it. And Pounds then launching one out. The pitch to Nash. He swings, taps one softly to third. Batista charges. He'll pump. He'll throw it on the run and gets him at first. And there's one away as Carson got in on Nash with that pitch. Makes a winner on our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care home run contest out of Ron McLean. Congratulations, Ron. I'm sure some of the folks behind home plate will let you know. You can stop by the Apple Chevrolet ticket office at your convenience to claim your prize pack. Let's see, have they let him know yet? Is word spreading? Here's Paniagua as he looks at a strike over the outside corner. Huge homestand for Paniagua, 9 for 19, 3 homers and 9 driven in. As he swings, pops one up foul, back and out of play. Paniagua the last 23 games, now hitting .363. Had a 2-hit game yesterday. Carson the stretch, the 0-2. And a line drive to left field, another hit. Over toward the line. Sabatella will backhand it. It's a single for Paniagua, who went down to get that one and yanks it into left. Now the Revs with their 3rd hit against Carson early on. And Nick Ferdinand up next. That home run for Pounds in left center, a little further out. Out over the edge of the LED board. Now with 1 out, Paniagua singles. Here's Ferdinand, who takes a little low. Ferdinand here in this series, 4 for 10 with a homer and 2 driven in. Had a big hit in the 8th yesterday and scored the eventual winning run. 1-0, that's up high, and he'll have a hitter's count to work with. Now the stretch, the 2-0. And that's inside. James Simmons waiting on deck. 3-0 count on Ferdinand. Revs down 3-1 here in the second. Pitch and taking. It's over for a strike. Carson had a 4-start stretch, actually 3 straight starts where he did not allow an earned run. In mid-August. Now deals. Swing and a miss. Fastball to the outer half. And then the 4th start on that stretch, 8 innings, 1 run. So he went 26 1/3 innings with 1 earned run over a 4-start stretch in August. He deals. And a broken bat flare. Right side, it's caught by Andres Rodriguez, hustling over from first. In on the infield grass toward the mound. Little broken bat loop caught for the second out. So, Ray, we've established that you do not have an ash tree, correct?
Yes, we have.
All right. Well, that broken bat brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. And if you had one, and if you had EAB as a threat to your ash tree, would you visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com?
Absolutely. Who else would I call? They're the people to call for EAB problems.
That's right. And landscaping and lawn care. Here's Simmons, and he takes the first pitch strike. Carson in August had a 12 strikeout game, followed by a 10. So he has been dominant at times after beginning the year in relief. He fires, and a called strike in tight on Simmons. 0-2. Simmons picked up the official game-winning RBI in the 8th yesterday with the go-ahead double. 2 for 3. 12th ribby in his last 16 games. Stretch, and the 0-2. That's down and in. Facing his former teammate here. Now ready. And the 1-2. Swung on, line to left field, and down for a hit. Simmons singles to left. Paniagua up to second. That fastball that Simmons just hit at 93. And Matt on Revs TV telling us the one before that came in at 95 on our board. Carson's got some stuff. Ricky Van Asselberg, though, is going to head out and talk with him now, giving up his 3rd hit of the inning. And on a fastball at 93, Simmons stays short to it and pulls it on the base hit to left. 2 on with 2 out. Eric Patterson will be the hitter. He had grounded out to second his first time. That 4-start stretch for Carson, he went 5 scoreless against Long Island August 1st. 7 shutout with 12 Ks and only 3 hits against Lancaster his next start. Then 6 1/3 with an unearned run and 10 Ks against Southern Maryland. And then 8 innings, 1 run against Sugar Land. But has lost 3 straight since. Now here's Patterson. After that visit, first offering is on the outside corner. It's a strike. Carson, a 26-year-old lefty. He's from Ventura, California. There's the 0-1. And a called strike, outer edge. Same hometown as Ian Durham in Southern Cal. There's the 0-2. Called 3rd strike. Patterson knew it. Carson with a cutter that had him frozen and works out of further damage. Pounds does take him deep, though, leading off the inning. A run on 3 hits, 2 men left. We go to the third. It's the Bluefish 3, the Revs 1.
Maple Donuts knows that there comes a point in every kid's summer when the feeling of unfettered freedom begins to fold up faster than a picnic blanket at the first drop of an unexpected summer storm. Charlie and his Maple Donuts team understand that all too soon, lazy mornings on the sofa, splashing in the pool, and weeknight sleepovers will be replaced by bus stops, backpacks, and morning announcements. But Maple Donuts says there's a bright side to the first day of school, kids. Because when you stumble into the kitchen that first morning, chances are you'll be greeted by Mom, enjoying her cup of Maple Donuts' famous coffee and sitting next to a back-to-school tradition, a box of Maple Donuts. And somewhere buried in that box, hand-picked by Mom from Maple Donuts' 58 varieties, you may find that, yes, summer is over, but another school year may not be so bad after all. So for every kid coming to grips with going back to school, we say thanks, Mom. And thank you, Maple Donuts.
Maple Donuts taste right.
Joel's Painting and Contracting is a proud sponsor of the York Revolution. They are also a partner in the maintenance of Santander Stadium. Joel's Painting and Contracting is the highest rated painting company in York and Lancaster County. Now is the time to call for great deals on all of your interior and exterior projects. A community partner with thousands of happy clients. Hit a home run of Joel's Painting and schedule an appointment today or give them a call at 717-471-4273. That's 717-471-4273 for Joel's Painting and Contracting.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the third, 3-1. Bridgeport leads it. Gailey's first pitch is high and away. On Josh Prince, 1 ball, no strikes. Prince a ground out to third his first time up. The 1-0, and that's a little bit high. 2 balls and no strikes. 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Prince, Dotel, and Rutherford here in the third. 3-1 the score. 2-0, and that misses high and away. And Prince with good speed. He's gotten Gailey to fall behind him to begin the inning. 3-0, and it's outside, a 4-pitch walk. Take a look at our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Southern Maryland, a 3-2 win at Long Island today. A very tame game after their 16-14 slugfest yesterday. Coming up tonight, Camden at Lancaster, Somerset at Sugarland. I'm sure the Patriots will be in a great mood tomorrow, coming back from Texas after a night game tonight. There's Wellington Dotel who takes a strike. We will be at Somerset tomorrow.
Quite the trio of pitchers they're going to be facing in Somerset, too.
Indeed, as Gailey misses high. Matt Zielinski, Will Oliver, and Roy Merritt, the scheduled 3 for the Patriots. Revs with Cody Scarpetta, Logan Williamson, and Matt Neal. There's a toss to first as Prince dives back. Dotel a ground out to second his first time up. He's the 1-1. Fastball in for a called strike. Well, the Patriots usually have that sunny disposition about them, but we'll see after that late night tonight and early travel day as Gailey throws another one over.
Well, TD Bank certainly not a batter's ballpark, that's for sure.
No. There's the stretch, the 1-2, and a swing and a pop foul the other way and right. And the hitters will be hoping for some cloud cover early in games the next 3. Although I noticed when we were there last week, the glare was gone really quick with it being later in the summer. If you're there earlier in the summer, And the sun doesn't set until later. It's pretty rough several innings. Runner going and a line drive in right center. It's going to get in for a hit. And it skips past Simmons all the way to the fence. Prince around to score. And Dotel heading for third. The relay there is late. His league-leading 12th triple of the year. Drives in Prince, who was running. He comes around all the way from first, and it's 4-1 Bridgeport. Dotel's 63rd run driven in. They sent the runner, and he lined it in right center. And it split the gap and went all the way to the base of the wall. And now he's at third, and the Revs will bring the infield in. 4-1 Bridgeport. And C.J. Rutherford, the hitter, the infield not quite all the way in, but most of the way as Gailey gets him to swing and miss on a changeup. Dotel is league-leading 12th triple and 47th extra base hit. The 0-1. It's a fastball, a called strike. Gailey ahead of Rutherford, who singled to left, leading off the 3-run second. He scored their first run. Here's the 0-2. And he taps a foul that bounced up off himself. Ray, the team had their fantasy draft last night. That was fun. You and I were allowed in.
Yes, we were allowed to participate in the evening's festivities.
It's another 0-2. That's up and in, spun him away. That was a good time. A very spirited competition, I might add.
Absolutely. Bo Vaughn, who's the commissioner this year, had the goal of upsetting as many people as he could. You know, he ruined Fletch's entire draft plan by selecting Tom Brady.
He angered a few. Here's the pitch. And a breaking ball yanked foul off the front of the Bluefish dugout. It's always a good feeling, though, when you make a pick and someone utters an unpleasant reaction to it. It means they wanted your guy. And that happened a few times. Pitch here is grounded sharply right to short. Valdez will stand straight up, stares at Dotel, and then throws over to first. And that's out number one. He made sure Dotel had his attention. Now the infield in pays off, one away. And Andres Rodriguez up next. How do you think you did?
I think I did really well in this year's draft. I waited late to grab a quarterback, which is the trend this year in a lot of drafts, and I think it paid off.
Rodriguez, who singled to center and scored in the second inning. First offering, swinging a foul tip squeezed on a changeup. Left side of the infield, Valdez is playing him to pull a little closer toward third. Patterson up the middle at second base. They've got him set up to pull it. Yeah, it was a fun time. Here's the 0-1. And in the dirt, glances behind Paniagua, who slides for it, but can't get the throw off to the plate. And Dotel in to score on the wild pitch. He got a piece of it, but it glanced behind him. And a little more than halfway back on the grass behind home plate. And with Dotel's speed, he's able to come home. Now it's a 5-1 Bridgeport lead. Gailey upset with that wild pitch. It comes right after they had gotten a ground out with the infield in. Now the base is empty. The 1-1 and a line drive deep down the line in left field, and it is just foul. Rodriguez was eyeing it up, starting toward first. And it took aim at that little pole on top of the arch nemesis. It came close.
Very close. Just a shot more to the right, and that thing's out of here.
Just a strike, 1-2. Gailey to the belt. He fires and got him on his front foot. He pops this one up. Valdez hustles out. Ferdinand comes in and calls it, and the left fielder puts it away. 2 down in the inning. Take a look at our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report. Revs with Ian Durham and Brad Bergeson out with the Tommy John surgeries. Also, Anthony LaRue, the broken leg. That's your WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report. Here's Wilson Batista, who laid down a productive sac bunt in the second inning. First pitch is over for a strike. 5-1 Bridgeport here in the third. Gailey, the 0-1. Breaking ball, that's down and in. It's college takeover night here in York. Ray, you're a student at York College. What do you think of that? Pretty cool?
It's nice to see. You only try to focus on the larger colleges, but that's not the case here in York. You have Hack and Penn State York in the house. Definitely a valuable part of the college community.
Swing and a miss on a changeup, 1-2. Gailey kicks, fires, and a missed outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deals. Swing and a miss. He got him on the changeup. Gailey with his first strikeout since the first batter of the game. But Bridgeport tacks on a couple more. 2 runs, just 1 hit in the inning. It was a big triple from Dotel. Nobody left. We go to the bottom of the third. Bridgeport on top, 5-1.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
Revolution!
Sure, you're counting down to kickoff, but there's plenty of baseball left this summer. The York Revolution have 14 home games in September, and it's easy for you to be there with the September 6-pack. 6 tickets for any remaining game at Santander Stadium this season, 2 parking passes, and a free $10 food card for ballpark treats. A savings of 25% over box office prices, plus $10 in free food, so head to YorkRevolution.com to purchase your September 6-pack. As Yogi Berra would say, baseball season ain't over till it's over.
York Sports on your mobile device or online at WOYK1350.com.
Bridgeport leads it. As we go to the bottom of the third inning, Wilson Valdez will lead things off. Valdez, Perez, and Boggs due to the plate. Reds with an early deficit to deal with today. Valdez a single in the first. First pitch from Carson is over for a strike. Out of the stretch, the big lefty works. He fires, and a foul tip straight to the net. 0-2. Carson, a 14th round pick of the Mets in 07. He got to the majors with them in 2012 and 13. Totaled 31 appearances with New York. 6.28 ERA. The 0-2. And a little tapper along the line at first. Valdez is going to dig, and Carson just swipes at it with his glove. It rolls into foul territory. Valdez will have the infield hit on the swinging bunt, and he's 2 for 2. Carson just swiping at it with his glove, trying to make a glove hand scoop in one motion to first base, but all he did was knock it into foul territory as it rolled away. We'll bring up Andres Perez, who flew to right his first time. Each team with 5 hits. Even though it's 5-1 Bridgeport. Pitch to Dre is fouled straight back. Nothing in 1 the count. Stretches and delivers. And is swinging a foul the other way and right. And out of play. Originally, Carson from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, but lives in Southern California now. Spent last season in the Dodgers system primarily. He deals. And a one-hopper hit to short. Martinez gloves it to second for 1, and a very quick turn from Prince. Over to first for the double play. 6-4-3. And Carson quickly erases Valdez on the infield hit. 2 outs. Base is empty. Bring up Brandon Boggs. Carson was at 3 different levels in the Dodgers system last year, including AAA for 18 games. Pitch to Boggs is in for a strike. 14 games at AAA with the Angels. Well, the 0-1. And just missed away. He had been a starter early in his career, but now starting for the first time since 2011. There's a fastball up high, 2-1. That was when he was with the Binghamton Mets at AA. Two-one, and a liner foul to the top of the stands in right. Hit a seat right between a couple of folks. 2-2. Stretch, and Carson deals, and this one line foul into the front row down in section 3, it looks like. One of our fans got hit with that one, unfortunately. She'll head upstairs on her own. Another 2-2, and it misses down and in. A full count. Hopefully everybody will be all right. Was able to head up under her own power. A full count. And Carson ready. The 3-2 missed inside. Good at bat from Boggs. Worked it full and draws the walk. This is his 58th walk of the year, one off the league lead, which is held by this guy coming to the plate, Brian Pounds. Revs have 2 of the tops in walks, 2 of the top 5 in on-base percentage between Boggs, who's 3rd, Pounds, who's 5th. Now here is Pounds, who homered last inning. And he takes in tight. That's ball one. It's the first walk of the day from Carson. Pounds launching a towering home run in left center last inning, his 12th of the year. On the 1-0. And he grounds it to short. Got jammed. Up with it. Martinez, who fumbles. Throw to first will be late. It's an error. And the inning goes on. Routine ground ball, wasn't hit hard, but just slipped right out of his grasp. So 2 men on, and Talvin Nash will look to take advantage of the miscue. Nash a ground ball to third in his first AB. And Carson the pitch. It's down low for ball one. 5-1 Bridgeport here in the bottom of the third. Rebs trying to sweep the 4-game series today, but down 4. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. And it ended up being down. It was right over the plate. It looked good out of the hand, but it was low. And Nash swung through it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch. That runs inside, 2-1. Another member of our draft league from last night, Mike Urich, has just walked in. He had the second pick. Cody Scarpetta had the first. And there was a trade. Here's a pitch inside, 3-1. Carson having to work here. Revs have a threat against him. Bo traded out of the third spot with Pounds. A pre-draft deal. The 3-1. Missed high, and Nash with the walk. For a guy with power, he can be so patient. And that is his 31st walk in his last 38 games. And here comes Paniagua with them loaded. Revs are down 4 in the third inning, but early on in this game, bringing the tying run to the plate. And it'd be great to at least get something here and answer again. Paniagua singled to left his first time up. Second walk of the inning from Carson. And the first pitch here, way in, almost clipped him in the front arm. 1 ball and no strikes. A walk, an error, and a walk with 2 outs. The 1-0. Swing and a miss on a fastball elevated. Paniagua let it fly, 1-1. Double play, had the bases cleared with 2 outs, but 2 walks and an error have filled them. The 1-1, that runs inside. So it tilts back in Paniagua's favor. Lights begin to flicker on here. Now the stretch. The 2-1. Swung on, popped up in right field. Dotel has it read, and he'll squeeze it. And that'll end the inning. Carson got Paniagua to reach just slightly and flies to right. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. Revs leave them loaded. They have stranded 6 through the first 3. We'll head to the 4th. Ray will have the play-by-play. Some Star Wars performances will take place on the field. Bridgeport in front, 5-1.
Whether it's for sport, protection, or recreation, Spar Firearms is the best place to go for all of your firearm needs. With a large selection of new and used firearms, Spar carries an array of brands, as well as ammo and other accessories. Whether you're an avid collector, sharpshooting expert, hunter, or weekend enthusiast, Spar Firearms provides everything you need no matter your experience. For the best in convenience, selection, and customer service, visit Spar Firearms, 6108 Carlisle Pike in Mechanicsburg, and online at sparfirearms.com.
Turn this on.
The Rich Eisen Show.
He is unbelievable.
Rich Eisen.
Let's go to the phone lines. They are lit. Catherine in South Carolina, can I help you?
Yes, I am having emotional distress.
Don't.
I'm going to sue the Jones family.
Don't.
This is crazy. It's the most stupid, idiotic thing. The Jones are screwing this up. And I am sick. I've left work. I'm nauseous. He's strung us out on DeMarco.
Well, what about the idea that anybody could run behind that offensive line? Catherine, you don't buy that one?
DeMarco is family. He and Tony and Jason do everything together. He's family. I just started to be a Cowboys fan again, and happiness has just plunged to despair. What the Jones has done to my emotional state, they should be sued.
Don't go litigious on me here, okay?
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the fourth here at Santander Stadium. Still a 5-1 Bridgeport lead over the Revolution. The Revs have had opportunities to score, especially in the last inning. They had the bases loaded, but Salvador Peniagua would pop up to right field to leave them loaded. Jadwan Morales currently in his second at-bat. Popped up to second, his first time up. Gailey starts him out with a strike. The 0-1 from Gailey, swung on by Morales, heading towards Valdez at short, and he'll throw it over to Nash at first in time to put him away. So one away early here in the top of the fourth. The Rebs had fire back against the Bluefish today. A solo home run from Brian Pounds to Stauffer's playground, left center. But the Bluefish have just been on it today. Wellington Dotel an RBI triple in the third, and then would score on a wild pitch to score the second run in the third inning for the Bluefish. Juan Martinez settles in for his second at-bat. Gailey also starts him off of a strike. Juan Martinez did some damage in the second of a two-run Bloop single after back-to-back singles from Rutherford and Andres Rodriguez started the inning for the Bluefish. 0-1 from Gailey inside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Martinez. Ethan Chapman, today's K-man, would follow up an RBI triple to play the third run of the second for the Bluefish. 1-1 from Gailey. And Manolo Alejandro calls it a check swing and says Martinez went. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Martinez. Gailey readies quickly in the 1-2. Down and away near the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Martinez. Gailey would get a win in his last start here at Santander Stadium, September 2nd against Camden. Going 7+ in the effort and a 9-2 win. 2-2 inside, but not to Manolo Alejandro. He calls it a strike. Inside corner, given to Gailey. And now that's 2 away here in the top of the fourth. Got him indeed. Third strikeout for Gailey today, the second looking. Now Ethan Chapman up for his second at-bat. Today's K-man. As I mentioned earlier, an RBI triple, his first time up in the second. Gailey starts him off with an inside pitch, but Chapman takes no hesitation to swing at it. Pops up towards the infield, and Eric Patterson to put it away and end the inning. 1-2-3 for Gailey in the fourth. A nice rebound effort for him. And it's still a 5-1 Bridgeport Bluefish lead as the Rebs will look to respond here, now heading towards the bottom of the fourth.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
It's going to be another epic year in high school football, and Sports Radio 1350 is ready for kickoff. Tune in every Friday night this fall for the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Plus, go to WOIK1350.com for a full breakdown of the teams and the players of the 2015 York Adams League. The high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Catch the action every Friday night on Sports Radio 1350, online at WOIK1350.com, or download the WOIK mobile app.
Hi, this is Wayne McCullough. Join me every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. for Central PA Game Day, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Join us as we celebrate the best of local sports with your teams and your student athletes. Interviews with players and coaches, and the high school scoreboard show every Saturday morning. Central PA Game Day, Saturdays at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the fourth at Santander Stadium, a 5-1 Bridgeport lead over the Revolution. Due up for the Revolution this inning, Ferdinand, Simmons, and Patterson. Ferdinand, earlier today, a pop-up to first base. But he has done well against the Bluefish in this series. Robert Carson, outside of his first pitch for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes on Ferdinand. Yesterday, 2 for 4, 2 singles, and scored a run. 1-0 from Carson, finds his zone for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ferdinand. Ferdinand battling back after having a rough last 17, 7 for 52 in that stretch. 1-1 swung on and missed by Ferdinand. In Friday's win against the Bluefish, he cracked the game-tying home run in the 8th. So he still has that power. Fitting, as it is his walk-up music, the Kanye West song. 1-2. Can't find contact there, and swing and miss for Ferdinand. He strikes out. 1 away in the bottom of the fourth. James Simmons due up for the second time, facing his former team. Started off his day in the second with a single. In the head-to-head statistics, James Simmons, the second best batting average against Bridgeport, batting .400, just behind Salvador Peniagua, who entered today batting .462 against the Bluefish. Simmons is ready, and as is Carson. First offering from Robert Carson to James Simmons, finds a zone for strike one. No balls, 1 strike on Simmons. Carson readies again, and the 0-1. Swung on by Simmons and beaten foul, towering towards the first base side and out of play. Simmons in the currently suspended game that was played on August 20th at Southern Maryland is 2 for 2. We definitely look forward to inheriting that game when the Revs visit Southern Maryland on their last road trip of the season. 0-2 inside and a little high towards the shoulder of Simmons. He arches back. 1 ball, 2 strikes now for Simmons. Simmons has been fantastic. His last 16 has driven in 12 runs in the last 16. 1-2. Simmons almost checked, but no swing, they say. And 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Simmons. Simmons made an impact when he was signed by the Revs after leading Bridgeport on July 10th. On July 16th, a day game against Sugar Land. Got the game, stole Patrick Palmero's game-tying 3-run homer. This one swung on by Simmons, hits the wall and left on the arch nemesis. Sabatella couldn't make a play on it, and he'll be standing at second with a double. Looked like it was going to be a routine fly out to left for Sabatella, but he went to the wall and there was no more room. And James Simmons now the runner at second of a double. Only one away here in the bottom of the fourth. Eric Patterson now up for his third at-bat. Ground out in the first, strike out the second. But he's had an impact in this homestand as well against the Bluefish. Went yard in the eighth on Saturday to break a tie. Give the Revs the 2-1 lead on Saturday, which would be the final on that contest. Carson starts off Patterson with an inside pitch. Not given the corner there. 1 ball, no strikes on Patterson. Now the 1-0 from Carson. This one low near the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes for Patterson. Last 26, Eric Patterson's been fantastic, batting .301 in that stretch with 9 doubles, 2 triples, 4 homers, and 14 driven in, as well as scored 19 times. 2-0 inside for ball 3. A hitter's count now for Patterson. 3 balls, no strikes. This series gone very well for Patterson. 5-12. A homer, a double, 3 driven in, and scored twice. 3-0. Inside again. A 4-pitch walk to Patterson. And now a runner at first and a runner at second. 1 away. And now Wilson Valdez up. He is 2 for 2 today with a bloop single and a swinging bunt single. Revs will look to cut into the 4-run deficit here in the bottom of the fourth. Bridgeport leads 5-1. Revs now currently out hitting the Bluefish 6-5. Valdez steps in. He is ready. Carson, long look to first. His first pitch to Valdez finds the chute for strike 1. Valdez going a little different walk-up music this evening. A little softer tone to it. I like it. Carson readies. He looks back at Simmons in second. 0-1 pitch. Down low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Valdez. Valdez in the last 35 games has gone 46 for 156. It's definitely proven that he still has it. 1-1 pitch from Carson misses. Inside, 2 balls, 1 strike for Valdez. Last 35, he also has 14 stolen bases and 14 multi-hit games in that span. 2-1 swung on by Valdez and beaten foul towards the first base side. Valdez currently ranks 4th in the league and with 30 stolen bases after he led the league with 55 stolen bases last season. Two balls, 2 strikes for Valdez after a foul towards the first base side. 2-2 from Carson. Both double steals going, and they'll make it. There's a ball 3 called. It's a double steal for the Revs. Simmons and Patterson. Simmons now at third and Patterson now at second. 1 away. Valdez still alive. Full count now. Jabduan Morales didn't know where to throw it. Perfectly timed call there with a double steal. 3-2 from Carson. Swung on by Valdez. Gets past Carson on the mound and away from second baseman Josh Prince. It's going to score Simmons. Patterson moves to third. Valdez is at first of an RBI single. The Revs now only down by 3. 5-2, a Bridgeport lead. But the Revs alive here. Runners at the corners, and Andres Perez now up, the DH today. Currently 0 for 2. With a fly out to right field his first time up in the first and hit into a 6-4-3 double play in the third. But still a dangerous hitter to face if runners in scoring position. Carson trying to keep the lead from shrinking here for the Bluefish. Starts off Perez of a strike. Right across the plate, that one. I'll try to prevent the Revs' all-time leader in hits from doing damage here. 0-1 for Perez. Carson, the 0-1 swung on by Dre, heading towards left field, but it hangs up for Sabatella. Patterson's going to tag from third, and he'll reach. An RBI sac fly for Andres Perez. Now the Revs only down by 2 here in the bottom of the 4th. They are not making it easy for Bridgeport. Brandon Boggs now up. Valdez stayed at first in that RBI sac fly. 2 away now in the bottom of the 4th. Now he's just a 5-3 Bridgeport lead. Revs within 2 now. Boggs 0 for 1 of a fielder's choice in the first and then walked in the third. Carson, first pitch, finds the zone for strike 1. Boggs went 3 for 3 yesterday with a walk. 3 singles. 0-1 from Carson, swung on by Boggs and goes foul and out of play. 0-2 on Boggs. He has had an impressive last 35 games as well. Batting .336 in the last 35, 7 doubles, 7 homers. 0-2 from Carson, misses inside for ball 1. One balls, 2 strikes for Boggs. 1-2, high for ball 2. Carson just can't find the location right now. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Boggs. Also mentioned in the last 35 with 7 doubles and 7 homers. Boggs has also driven in 23 runs. Carson checks over at first in the meantime, and Valdez will reach back safely. Boggs has also scored 22 times in the last 35 games with an at-bat. 2-2 from Carson. Valdez going. Called ball 3, and Valdez will reach. It's another stolen base for Wilson Valdez, and the 3rd stolen base of the inning for the Revolution. And they had stolen base number 15 in the last 36 games played. Full count for Boggs. Now Valdez at second. 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. Bluefish with bullpen activity. Right-hander Chad Povich warming up for them. 3-2 swung on by Boggs, tracking towards center field. Ethan Chapman going back on it and puts it away to end the inning. The Revs score 2 in the bottom of the 4th. An RBI single from Wilson Valdez and an RBI sac fly from Andres Perez makes it a 5-3 Bridgeport lead. Revs now within 2 as we head to the top of the 5th here at Santander Stadium.
Tennis used to be a very polite game. Today, tennis raises a racket.
Flying feet.
The style, the play, and the players are intense, athletic, and hard-charging. Flying Feet Sports Shoes welcomes the evolution of tennis and its battling players with a full line of specialty tennis shoes worthy of the new game. These aren't stand-around, look-pretty shoes. These are co-conspirators for the court. Shoes that will endure opponent after opponent, match after match. Shoes that move when and how you move and stop at your command. Shoes that fit and feel good so your feet are ready and able to take that next set. Flying Feet's team includes Asics, New Balance, Wilson, and K-Swiss in widths that fit. And the Flying Feet staff is always on the sidelines ready to help with your selection. Tennis, it's a whole new game. Be prepared to play it well.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, just off exit 18 of I-83, right behind Domino's in York.
Hi, this is Tom Dasher, President of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in retirement planning and strategies to meet individual personal goals. Whether you are looking for wealth accumulation or to maximize your retirement income. Oh, heck, this is sounding just like another commercial. Hey, listen, it's this simple. We use risk-free investment vehicles, whether you are looking to still build wealth accumulation or you want retirement income or a combination of both. It is all about getting your money parked in the place that will benefit you the most. If you want to do that, call me. My office number is 246-3879, or my mobile is 487-2096, or contact me at my new website at tomdasher.com.
Follow York Sports on your Android. Search Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the fifth here at Santander Stadium. The Bluefish now only with a 2-run lead. They lead the Revs 5-3 after a nice offensive inning for the Revs. Brian Sabatella now at bat for the Bluefish. He'll lead off the inning for them. Will be Sabatella, Prince, and Dotel. Gailey outside of his first pitch for ball 1. Valdez and Perez would contribute in that inning with the RBIs. 1-0 from Gailey, swung on by Sabatella. Popped up towards right field, and he put away by Brandon Boggs for out number 1. 1 away now here in the top of the fifth. Wilson Valdez, an RBI single. Andres Perez, an RBI sac fly. The plate 2 for the Revolution. Make it a 2-run game. Josh Prince now at bat. He's 0 for 1 of a ground out the third, his first time up in the first, and then a walk issued to him in the third to lead off that inning. He settles in. Gailey is ready. Gailey starts him off with a strike on the outside corner. Off-speed pitch at 74. Now the 0-1 from Gailey. Brent shows bunt but pulls back. Appeal over the first, and John Harrington says he did not go. 1 ball, 1 strike. Prince not an overly impressive average against the Revs this season, only batting .196 against York. .253 overall. 1-1 from Gailey finds the outside corner again, this time for strike number 2. 75 on the radar gun. 1-2 for Prince. The throw from Gailey, called, third strike. He got the corner again and got Prince looking. Gailey's third strikeout looking of the day, his 4th overall, and now 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Wellington Dotel now up. He is 1 for 2 today, for ground out the second, then an RBI triple in the third, but also score on a wild pitch that inning. Gailey is ready and starts Dotel off of an inside corner strike. Dotel didn't like that one. He'll take a little tad extra time before he settles again. No balls, 1 strike on Dotel. The 0-1 swung on by Dotel and beaten foul, tapping the net above the backstop. No balls, 2 strikes on Dotel. Gailey looks in the Paniagua, nods. 0-2. Swung on by Dotel again and beaten foul towards the first base side. Still 0-2 on Dotel. Dotel currently coming into today leads the league in batting average at .333, but the Revs has held him below that average. .275 his batting average against the Revs this season. 0-2. Can't get the inside corner that time. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Dotel. Gailey sets in the 1-2, swung on by Dotel and heading towards the right field line, and it's going to be fair. Dotel around first. He's going to try to get the second and does not try for another triple today. He will stand at second with a double. Dotel has been a consistent hitter this season and already has a triple and a double today. 2 away and a runner at second in Dotel. C.J. Rutherford now up. He is 1 for 2 as well. A single in the second and a ground out to short in the third. For Dotel, that double is his 29th double of the season. Also, his triple in the third is his 12th triple. Just a consistent hitter for the Bluefish, and definitely a player to look out for next year. And have quite the option of teams he could land with in the Atlantic League, let alone watch out if he's signed by a major league organization this season. Peniagua visits with Gailey to go over some signs. Make sure everything's all right as he faces C.J. Rutherford, the designated hitter. Gailey looks back at Dotel at second, and first pitch to Rutherford outside for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes on C.J. Rutherford. Gailey readies again in the 1-0. Swung on by Rutherford and popped up. Gailey points it out to his fielders. Valdez will camp under it and put it away to end the inning. The double from Wellington Dotel does not come back to hurt the Revs. It's still a 5-3 Bridgeport lead. The Revs have in 2 as they will be batting in the bottom of the 5th and look to make the Bluefish lead even shorter, if not take the lead from there. We'll be right back to the bottom of the 5th after these short messages. You're listening to York Revolution Radio.
An invasive pest that's already killed millions of ash trees is bearing down on our communities. The emerald ash borer, or EAB, means certain death for every ash tree it infects. The good news is that you can protect your property's ash trees with help from Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Our EAB prevention methods are effective, environmentally safe, and less costly than removing your dead tree, which is the only alternative to prevention. Learn more at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
Revolution! Sure, you're counting down to kickoff, but there's plenty of baseball left this summer. The York Revolution have 14 home games in September, and it's easy for you to be there with the September 6-pack. 6 tickets for any remaining game at Santander Stadium this season, 2 parking passes, and a free $10 food card for ballpark treats. A savings of 25% over box office prices, plus $10 in free food, so head to YorkRevolution.com to purchase your September 6-pack. As Yogi Berra would say, baseball season ain't over till it's over.
Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Use your gold card every time you shop and you'll automatically receive your savings and rewards. And you'll get incredible deals on the new Best Yet brand products at Nell's, Saubles, Wetzel's, Chris's New Oxford, and Stauffer's Downingtown markets. So get into the game with some great savings at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Always a hit and always a great catch.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 5th here at Santander Stadium. A 5-3 Bridgeport lead over the Revolution. Brian Pounds leads off the inning for the Revolution. It'll be Pounds, Nash, Peniagua here in the bottom of the 5th. Gailey last inning faced 1 over the minimum. Got Josh Prince to strike out looking. Only gave up a double to Wellington Dotel and came back to have Rutherford pop out the short. 2-0 on Brian Pounds after back-to-back outside pitches from Carson. Pounds, an expert at drawing walks. He ranks first in the league in walks coming into today at 59 on the season. 2-0 from Carson. Misses again for ball 3. A hitter's count for Pounds, 3-0. Pounds got the offense started for the Revs in the scoring column and solo home run in the second. Valdez would get the Revs going hits-wise of a blue single in the first. 3-0 from Carson finds the outside corner for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike on Pounds. The 3-1 from Carson, swung on by Pounds, and that's a rocket towards the arch nemesis, and that is gone. Brian Pounds, his second home run of the day, his second solo home run of the day, and now has the Revs within 1 run, make it 5-4 Bridgeport lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Another Gailey Anstein home run blast for the Revs. Another one from Pounds. And a 5-4 Bridgeport lead, a one-run game. The Revolution certainly within striking distance here in the bottom of the 5th. No outs for the Revs still. Telvin Nash now up for his third at-bat. 0 for 1 if a ground out the third and a walk in the third. Ground out in the second. Excuse me. Carson low on the first pitch to Nash. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Nash. I will say Nash had a very rough fantasy draft. He was not able to attend personally. Needed a delegation of Josh Judy and Rami Lewis to draft for him. And some very strange picks. Very strange. Julio Jones and Matt Ryan went away early to Nash. 1-0 swung on by Nash. Popped up towards right field. Wellington Dotel will come in and put it away. Now 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. A one-run game. Bridgeport leads 5-4. Revs looking to tie and better yet take the lead. Salvador Peniagua now up. He is 1 for 2 on the day with a single in the second. Pop up to right field in the third. He has had some success offensively against Bridgeport this season. Leads the team in batting average against the Bluefish, .462 coming to today. Tries to take a hack at the first pitch from Carson, but misses. 1 ball, no balls, 1 strike on Paniagua. Carson readies in the 0-1. This one outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike for Panny. Panny finding his way into the record books of the Revs. He currently ranks 6th in Revs history in hits, 3rd in games played. 356. His 357th game as a Rev. This ties Grimes at 357, so now he is tied for 2nd. 1-2 on Panny after Carson finds the outside corner. And the 1-2 swung on by Peniagua. Dotel drops it with a nice diving attempt, but can't corral it. And now a single for Peniagua, his 2nd of the day. Runner at first, only 1 out. Nick Ferdinand now up, as he'll look to give the Revs possibly the tie here. He represents the leading run at the plate. That's single from Paniagua, the 9th hit of the day for the Revs. They're out hitting the Bluefish 9-6 currently in the bottom of the 5th. Carson misses low in the first pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Saw one of the Emperor's Royal Guard walking past our booth. Of course, it's Star Wars night. Shiny red armor. 1-0 to Ferdinand. It's the bottom part of the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ferdinand. One from Carson. Swung on by Ferdinand, popped up and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ferdinand. Hope everyone's okay over there. We only had 1 fan hit by a foul ball today. One, 2 on Ferdinand. Next pitch from Carson misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, it's Star Wars night, so some fun looking at the big board in right field, and you see Nick Ferdinand as a Jawa. That is an interesting selection. 2-2 from Carson, misses high. 3 balls, 2 strikes, a full count for Ferdinand. Try to at least advance Paniagua from first here. Carson agrees with Morales, and the 3-2 misses low, ball 4. He walks Ferdinand. Now Paniagua will advance the second on the walk. Ferdinand to first. Still only 1 out. Runners at second and first, and here comes Bluefish manager Ricky Van Asselberg. Looks like that'll be it for Carson. And they will. That'll be the end for him. He'll walk off, and Chad Povich, I believe, will be coming in relief. Definitely earlier than Ricky Van Asselberg would have liked to gone to his bullpen, but little choice here as this game has gone on. Carson has increasingly struggled against the Rebs. Only faced one over the minimum in the first, only giving up a bloop single to Wilson Valdez, but then came back to have Perez fly out to right and Boggs hit into a fielder's choice. The second would give up a homer to Brian Pounds to lead off the inning, a solo shot. Got Nash the ground out to third, but then a single to Paniagua, pop up from third and a single from Simmons, but is able to strike out Patterson looking to end the inning. But then increasingly from there, a fourth inning that featured a Valdez RBI single and a Perez RBI sac fly, make it a 2-run. It'll be 109 pitches, 62 strikes for Carson. And the Revs battle back to just a 1-run game with another solo home run from Brian Pounds, this time in the 5th. Carson came back to get Nash to fly out to right, a single to Panny. And then that walk to Ferdinand would be the end of his outing. It will be Chad Povich in relief. Carson, the lefty. As I welcome in Darrell Henry, I thought Robert Carson had a highlight-like inning in the first against the Revs, Darrell, but as I was going about, he's increasingly struggled against the Revs going on through the later parts of the innings, and then especially Brian Pounds made him pay with 2 solo shots, and a quality pitcher is Carson, but could not find the rhythm today.
Yeah, it looked early on like he was going to be sharp, but the Revs have been a team that's really grinded out at bats throughout this second half. One of the reasons that they've had a very successful offensive second half, and they did it to him, his pitch count way up, and they're very much in this game after falling behind fairly big early. Here they are right on the doorstep.
An ideal spot for the Revs here. James Simmons, his third at-bat now. 2 for 2 with a single in the second and a double in the fourth. Runners at second and first, and Paniagua and Ferdinand, only one out. And Povich can't find the strike zone. First pitch a little high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes for Simmons. Povich, a long look into his catcher, Juan Morales. And the 1-0, swung on by Simmons and popped out towards right field, and Dotel will step under it and try to make a throw. But no one went. Runners will stay where they are. Dotel did his job, though, making sure no one advanced. Now 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Eric Patterson now up. 0 for 2 with a ground out in the first, strikeout in the second, walked in the 4th. And the 2-run, 2-hit bottom of the 4th for the Revolution. That'll bring them within 2. Eric Patterson has been given Master Yoda as his Star Wars headshot picture. Just going with characters in the Star Wars night here at Santander Stadium. First pitch, Patterson swinging, heading towards right center, and Dotel will put it away. Patterson took no time at all to swing at that one. Had some nice velocity, but good job from Dotel to track it down. But the Revs now within 1 run thanks to the solo shot from Brian Pounds, his second of the day. We head to the top of the 6th. Just a 5-4 Bridgeport lead.
Maple Donuts knows that there comes a point in every kid's summer when the feeling of unfettered freedom begins to fold up faster than a picnic blanket at the first drop of an unexpected summer storm. Charlie and his Maple Donuts team understand that all too soon, lazy mornings on the sofa, splashing in the pool, and weeknight sleepovers will be replaced by bus stops, backpacks, and morning announcements. But Maple Donuts says there's a bright side to the first day of school, kids. Because when you stumble into the kitchen that first morning, chances are you'll be greeted by Mom, enjoying her cup of Maple Donuts' famous coffee and sitting next to a back-to-school tradition, a box of Maple Donuts. And somewhere buried in that box, hand-picked by Mom from Maple Donuts' 58 varieties, You may find that, yes, summer is over, but another school year may not be so bad after all. So for every kid coming to grips with going back to school, we say thanks, Mom. And thank you, Maple Donuts.
Maple Donuts taste right.
All right, let's try this one. Wherever you are, WOYK is... That blows. How about, wherever you are, WOYK is watching. Oh, no, that's creepy. Let's try this. Take Sports Radio 1350 on the go with the new WOYK mobile apps. Available for download today. Bingo. The new Sports Radio 1350. Available anywhere via the WOYK mobile apps. First in York, first in sports.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Thanks to Ray. We head to the sixth inning. Revs within a run, 5-4. Frank Gailey at 87 pitches beginning the inning. His first offering, a curveball strike on Andres Rodriguez leading it off. And the Revs were down 5-1 after 3. Scored 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. And the 0-1. And a foul tip straight back right next to T-Bone, who's down in front working the stands today. Revs have had chances for more. 9 left on through 5, but they're right in it. Robert Carson's line complete. 4 1/3, 9 hits, 4 runs, all earned. 4 walks, 2 Ks. Now Gailey steps off. Facing 5, 6, and 7 in the order here in the sixth inning. Rodriguez 1 for 2, singled and scored in the second. The pitch and a breaking ball low. 1-2. The highlight for the offense so far, Brian Pound's 2 home runs. The 1-2, changeup missed down low. For Pounds, it's his second 2 home run game of the year. Had one on the road at Southern Maryland July 28th when he hit 2 in one game. Joins Eric Patterson as Revs to have had multi 2-homer games this season. 2-2, breaking ball and yanked deep but foul. Rodriguez clears on it but pulls it all the way over the stands, and the Soul Burrito truck and out onto Arch Street. Soul Burrito. Burritos with a touch of soul. Now Gailey fires and missed a little high. Trying to jam him in there. Rodriguez with the long arms. Figure he probably likes to get extension. Revs have Commissioner Bowe up in the bullpen. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a 3-2 changeup. And Gailey with his 5th K of the day. 1 down here in the 6th. Revs and Bluefish played on Labor Day here in 2007, the inaugural season. Here's Wilson Batista. He takes a strike. That was a scorcher. That was an earlier game, though. We played at 2 that day. Remember, that was Labor Day luau that year. The 0-1, breaking ball, grounded foul. Over toward third. The Revs lost that day 14-12. It was not a pitcher's duel. 0-2, and Batista trying to check a ball in the dirt. He did hold off. Revs had 5 home runs in that game. 2 by Luis Cotto. But Bridgeport had a 6-for-6 day from Bobby Malik, who also hit a homer. The 1-2. Just off the corner away. Gailey started to walk off. Batista was walking toward it, which often, I think, leads an umpire into ringing up the hitter. There's the 2-2, and he swings and fouls it back. Almost the same pitch. This time swinging at it. Gailey again, and a swing and a bouncer foul, third base side. Labor Day 2008, the Revs had a bus breakdown, different company at the time, and we had a delayed start in Bridgeport as a result, 2-2, and it breaks down low, a full count. The Revs played the Bluefish on Labor Day each of the first 2 years. They overcame the delayed start, scored 7 in the third, and won 8-4 at Harbor Yard. Now time asked for as Batista backs out. Labor Day 09, they had a win in Camden. 4-2. Pitch. And a number to shortstop. Valdez lines it up. He'll run into the throw and snap it across to first. 2 down. I've yet to find anyone more fun to watch play short than that man. Now what? Batista had an issue with somebody. I'm not sure who, but he should have been heading back to the dugout. He was jawing at somebody. The Revs are waving him off the field. Paniagua hollering at his former teammate to get back in. Talvin Nash from the mound waving him away. I'm not sure what started all that, but what should have been a harmless ground out and a trip back to the dugout turned into some unpleasantries. Not sure who he was upset with. Not a fairly quick end to that. His manager came out to usher him away. The Revs were saying, get out of here. Here's Jobdewan Morales, who takes high. Revs down 5-4 in the sixth. Pitch is swung on and missed. Gailey blew it by him. And Morales taking a little stroll past the plate after that swing. Maybe the way he reacted, maybe felt that in the lower back. He's popped up and grounded out. 1-1, that's outside. Labor Day 2010, the Revs lost at Somerset, 7-3. The 2-1, and a called strike on the outside corner. In 2011, they were rained out at home against the Road Warriors. There's the 2-2. Swing, and Morales just got a piece. That one was never made up. Revs had already clinched, and actually that was the season with hurricanes late in the year that there were several teams that had a couple of games that went unplayed. Pitch, swing and a miss. Got him in the dirt off speed. Paniagua applies the tag. And Gailey with another 1-2-3 inning. He's now retired 12 of his last 13. 2 strikeouts in the inning. And we go to the bottom of the sixth. Revs looking to continue the comeback effort, trailing 5-4.
Broadway transmission. I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man.
I know they help me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Do it for me. Do it for America.
Rich Eisen.
Looks like Mark Sanchez, this is his team now. And he dropped a 50-yard dime on Jeremy Macklin in his first pass attempt. And Jason Peters says he didn't know it was Sanchez back there. He didn't know that Foles went out. He turns around to celebrate with his quarterback and give him an attaboy. And it's Sanchez.
The Rich Eisen Show.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. On air, online, and on your smartphone. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the sixth, 5-4. Bridgeport leads it. Povich will stay in. Valdez will lead off. Got a little confirmation on what the issue was with Batista, who got a little hot under the collar. Very observant York Revs TV producer Matt. Wave at him through the glass, folks. Like I always do. Here's the first pitch of the inning. And it's over for a strike. Sometimes for me it's more than a wave, depending on what kind of interaction we've had during the day. Valdez 3 for 3, an RBI single. 0-1, and he swings and bounces one toward the middle. Martinez cuts it off from short, throws on the run in the dirt, skips away. Rodriguez will chase it over by the wall, and Valdez will stay at first. It'll be an infield hit. He's 4 for 4. On that tough play up the middle, that's a hit. And Valdez, a 4 for 4 day at the plate. Tying run is on base. Martinez hustled to his left. Had a little trouble squeezing it initially and maybe off on his footwork on the throw. He spiked it straight into the dirt. Almost out of control trying to get that one away. And here's Andres Perez. So the issue with Batista, he was taking his time in between pitches. Gailey wanted him to get in the box. He was waiting on him as Povich throws over. And the umpire had told him to get in as well. And after he had grounded out, he ran right past Gailey at the mound, kind of in his space. So that's what that issue was. The Revs told him to get back in. Here's Perez, who takes up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. He's 0 for 2, but in the 4th inning, a sac fly for his league-leading 75th RBI of the season. Now move to first. Diving back is Valdez. Perez, who yesterday went over 1,500 at-bats in his Revs career. The 1-0 and a breaking ball sat high. Povich 1-2, a 6.12 ERA, 24 games. Opponents have hit .348 against him. Revs have had some success. The 2-0 and a chopper to third. One big hop. Batista throws to second. The turn to first in time. A 5-4-3 double play, erasing Valdez infield hit. And the base is empty with 2 down. Revs beat Povich in an extra inning game in Bridgeport last month where Perez had the big hit, but gets him to ground into the double play this time. 2 down. Here's Brandon Boggs, who will bat from the left. And he lays off a little high. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Continuing our Labor Day recap, 2012, the Revs lost at home to Sugar Land. Here's a ground ball, right side and through, a base hit. 7-game hitting streak for Boggs. On a single through the hole and into right. In 2013, the Revs had Labor Day off, and I got sunburn. The last day of the pool season. Here's Brian Pounds, and a breaking ball bends in for a strike. 2 for 3 with a pair of solo homers today. Last season on Labor Day, the Revs a 5-0 win in Bridgeport. And there you have it. Playing Bridgeport for the 4th time on the holiday as Pounds takes a little high. 1-1. Second straight year. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was the next day. Last year they lost at home to Somerset on Labor Day. Beg your pardon. 11-8. Throw over to first as Boggs dives back. I like the lie that I told better. I like the idea of the win better, but that was inaccurate. Now the whole broadcast is ruined. Here's the 1-1. And it misses up high. There goes the perfect season on WOYK. So close. We got to September 7th, and there it goes. Just take the headset off, Matt. It's all done. Now the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Good cut from Pounds. A solid fantasy draft last night. A more than solid game thus far today. 2 long balls. Throw to first. Boggs back standing. Pounds now with 13 on the year. Revs now with 15 this month in 7 days. Another move to first. Boggs dives back. The Revs also with 10 in the 4 games in this series. It's been fun for the chicks who dig the long ball. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Povich got him on the slider and works a scoreless 6th. He's gone an inning and 2/3 scoreless in relief. No runs, 2 hits, 1 runner left. We head to the 7th tonight. Still a 5-4 Bridgeport lead.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
Savory's Funnel Cakes have brought their delicious funnel cakes from the York Fair to Santander Stadium. Be sure to visit their stand on the third base concourse near the hop corner, as they offer both regular and pumpkin funnel cakes. Also, be sure to check out Savory's Funnel Cake Eating Challenge played between innings during York Evolution home games. They also offer event catering. Give Savory's a call at 717-271-3485. That's 717-271-3485. Savory's Funnel Cakes, York's delicious delicacy for all to enjoy.
The radio home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head to the seventh inning. Commissioner Bowe takes over on the mound. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Frank Gailey, a very strong finish to his day, going 6 innings, and Juan Martinez leading it off. Looks at a first pitch strike. A one-run game. Bridgeport on top 5-4. The Revs have out-hit them, though, 11-6. The 0-1, and it breaks outside, a slider. Gailey retiring 13 of his final 14, or I'm sorry, 12 of his final 13. There's a slider away. And the count 2-1 on Martinez, who opened the scoring today with a 2-out, 2-run blue pit in the second inning. He's 1 for 2. And a stolen base and a strikeout as Bowe misses low. And the count now 3-1. It'll be 8-9-1 in the order for Bridgeport. Martinez, Chapman, Sabatella, Duop. The 3-1, and it's up and in, and Martinez has a leadoff walk. Well, Gailey goes 6, and after allowing 3 in the second, 2 in the third, his finish was terrific. Mace waiting with a handshake as he came into the dugout. Certainly appreciative of the effort. Gave up just 6 total hits in 6 innings, 4 of those in the second inning. 5 runs, all earned. Here's Chapman, who squares to bunt, and Bowe missed outside, and it glanced off Paniagua's glove and rolled on back to the screen. It'll be a pass ball. And Martinez, the insurance run, goes to second with nobody out. Chapman 1 for 2 with an RBI triple in the second. Here's the 1-0. He squares again. Bowe misses high. And now 2 balls and no strikes. Rest of the line on Gailey, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk. Here's the 2-0. Chapman bunts and fouls it back off the net, high against the netting. 2-1. And lastly for Gailey to wrap up his day, his pitch count 108 pitches, 72 for strikes. Only 36 balls. 2-1 the count on Chapman. Bowe delivers, and he swings and fouls this one back. And it's 2-2. They took the bunt off. Now the 2-2 swung on and fouled straight back. That one's out of play. Bowe 3-1 at .253 ERA and 40 outings. Today making the 100th appearance of his Revs career, the 8th to reach that milestone. Chapman will take a step back. Last time out, he picked up his 11th relief win with York. That ranks second all-time. He deals. Swung on, pulled foul on the ground off the front of the York dugout. The only pitcher with more relief wins than Bo is Stephen Penny with 14. Now Bo the stretch, under 2-2, and it just missed low. It'll be a full count. Breadstick chants continue. Payoff pitch. Just missed. Bo to the hands to his knees, looking in. He thought he had him. And it's called ball 4, and Chapman reaches on the walk. Back-to-back walks to start the inning. And Bridgeport, their first 2 men on. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Here's Sabatella, who's going to be showing bunt as well. And Bo delivers a first pitch strike. Well, the Bluefish now with 2 men on and nobody out. Sabatella is going to try to bunt both. He is 0 for 3 on the day. Nash way in at first. The 0-1, and Sabatella gets it down. Nash is in. He looked at third. He'll turn, throws late and high at first. Patterson leaps to knock it down, throws behind the runner at third, and Martinez, dives back in. And he had taken a few hard steps to the plate. He was thinking about going when that throw was high and knocked down, and then realized, oops, there are no outs. I probably shouldn't. And the throw from Patterson was close, but Martinez dives back. So they are loaded with no outs. It'll be a sacrifice and a throwing error on Nash that pulled Patterson up and off the bag. And with Sabatella running, probably took too long looking at third before being able to spin. Here's Prince, who looks at one down low. Had he not had to spin, then the timing probably would have allowed him to still get him, but having to factor in all of the footwork probably took too long. Next one in, and it hits Prince in the legs. Didn't mean to do that. Bo missing down and in. It hit Prince in his legs, and it forces in a run. A bases loaded hit by pitch. And Bridgeport adds a run. It's 6-4. Here comes Mace. He's got Paredes up in the bullpen as well. We'll see how this inning all works out with earned runs and whatnot. But Bo coming into this one had not allowed an earned run in any of his previous 17 appearances, 19 innings on that stretch. And that's in jeopardy right now. Paredes coming in with a big jam with the bases loaded and still no outs in the inning. 1 run across to make it 6-4. And he will try to limit the damage and keep this one close. Revs have battled back today, but Bridgeport threatening to pull back ahead. And Paredes coming in. It'll be Wellington Dotel that he'll be facing first. Pitching change is brought to you by Maple Donuts.
Want to learn to skate? Want to suit up and learn how to play some hockey? Come to the coolest place in town, York Ice Arena. Learn to skate programs are now available for all ages. For every skating ability, kids of all ages will learn how to feel comfortable on ice, how to stand, and perhaps most importantly, how to fall properly. Class levels range from beginner to freestyle, where you'll learn basic jumps, spins, and footwork. Classes are taught by York Ice Arena skating instructors from White Rose Figure Skating Club. No skates? No problem. Skate rental is included in your registration. Or get on the ice for our York Ice Arena hockey programs. York Ice Arena coaches will focus on teaching proper techniques needed for anyone interested in playing hockey. Rental equipment is available for beginning players, both boys and girls. So get on the ice. Learn to skate. Learn to play. Sign up now. Group skating lessons and beginners hockey programs are forming now. Plus, York City residents get a 50% discount. Register today. Go to yorkskate.com and click on program info. York Ice Arena, the coolest place in town.
Hey, sports fans, great news. Now you can listen to Sports Radio 1350 anywhere with the new WOYK mobile apps. Stranded in Siberia? No problem. Kidnapped by wolves? It's not as bad as you may think. Wherever you are, WOYK is with you on the brand new mobile apps. York's only local sports station just went mobile and global. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Well, a heck of a situation, very similar to yesterday, as Paredes comes in with them loaded, no outs, 1 run in, facing Dotel. First pitch is up a little bit. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Not much unlike the situation in which Pena entered in this very same inning in yesterday's game. A huge spot that Pena worked out of. Paredes trying to do the same. Next one is fouled back into the netting. And it's a ball and a strike on the league leader in hitting, Dotel, who's had a big day today. 2 for 3 with an RBI triple, a run, and a double. Adding to his league lead in triples with 12. 2 extra base hits, a league leading 48. And breaks a tie with Dre for the lead in doubles with 29. The 1-1 swung on, chopped foul, down past the Revs dugout. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Dotel's hit .331 with runners in scoring position this season. Paredes set. And the 1-2 swung on, fouled off. That one will soar back over the roof. After this home game, the Revs will have just 7 remaining at home. Final home stand beginning against Long Island on Monday the 14th. 3 against the Ducks, 4 against Somerset. Of course, the last one's a huge one, September 20th, when Redland Little League visits. The 1-2. And a slapper on the ground to second. Patterson was trying to come home. He fumbles it and gets nobody. And it's 7-4. He wanted to come home. They were set up to turn 2. He thought it was hit sharply enough to charge and even get the lead out and prevent a run. And never was able to squeeze it. Knew that he had to hurry to do all that. It was a dead double play ball, but he wanted the out at the plate to prevent any runs. And a tough error as a run scores, and they're loaded with still no outs. He tried to get the grip on that ball about 4 or 5 times. Here's C.J. Rutherford. He swings and misses, swinging for the fence on that fastball at 90. Be an RBI for Dotel, his second of the day. The Revs with their second error of the inning. They had played error-free the first 6. The 0-1 and a missed up high. Paredes, the 1-1, And a swing and a foul back, and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Paredes 4-1, a 3.04 ERA entering this one. 49th game. He fires, and a liner the other way, foul into the Revs bullpen. Try to backdoor slider, and Rutherford sent it foul the other way. Wait for Boggs to return to right field. He had to go fish that foul out of the corner. Another 1-2. Swing and a miss. Paredes pulls the string, a change up and a beauty. And at long last, they have their first out. And really with the bunt from Sabatella, you know, honestly, there should not be any runs this inning. If the Revs didn't make any errors, the bunt would have been an out. It would have been second and third with 1. The hit by pitch would have loaded them, and then Dotel's ground ball really should have been an inning-ending double play, but Revs a rough time for their first 2 errors of the game. Here's Andres Rodriguez as Paredes misfires high. Revs battling back within 1, but a rough 7th inning and have some more work to do. Rodriguez 1 for 3, singled and scored in the second. It's the stretch and the pitch, and a foul tip back into the padding. Paredes has climbed his way into the top 5 in Revs history and appearances. 5th. Today is his 125th. His 3rd season with the team. It's been excellent. Joined the team in May of 13. There's a fastball strike. 91 on the inside corner. 1-2. He was a great find early in that 2013 season. Now nods yes. And the 1-2 and missed down low. The Revs with, we'll see what the earned runs end up being, but 2 runs this inning. Coming in on this homestand, they had allowed just 1 run in the first 6 games out of the bullpen. 17 1/3 innings. 1 run, and it was unearned. The 2-2 swung on, grounded to short. Valdez to his right, fires to second. Patterson the turn for 2. 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. No further damage done, but Bridgeport does re-extend their lead. They scored 2 runs in the inning without a hit. 2 walks, 2 errors, 2 runners left. 7th inning stretch here on Labor Day at the bank. Revs trailing 7-4.
Nobody can turn your backyard into a backyard paradise better than Paradise Landscaping and Hardscaping. The outdoor pros at Paradise offer full outdoor maintenance, landscaping, hardscape design and installation. And when it comes to fall planting, mulching, and cleaning up fallen leaves, you're in luck, Revs fans. Call before September 1st to schedule your fall cleanup and clean up with 10% off. Estimates are free, fully insured. Call 577-6234 or check them out on Facebook. Paradise Landscaping and Hardscaping in York.
WellSpan has helped many professional, student, and recreational athletes stay at the top of their game. And they can do the same for you. Our winning team offers everything from concussion management and sports nutrition to physical therapy and more. For more information, call 877-482-5420 or visit wellspan.org/sportsmedicine.
Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Use your gold card every time you shop, and you'll automatically receive your savings and rewards. And you'll get incredible deals on the new Best Yet brand products at Nell's, Saubles, Wetzel's, Chris's New Oxford, and Stauffer's Downingtown markets. So get into the game with some great savings at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Always a hit and always a great catch.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 7th, the Revs' road back has gotten a little bit trickier as they trail at 7-4. Talvin Nash will lead it off here in the home 7th. Left-hander Jimmy Patterson, the new pitcher. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Nash 0 for 2 with a walk. Patterson's first pitch is outside for a ball. He's got a chance at redemption today. He took the loss in the opener on Thursday night. What night was it? What night did Paniagua hit the slam? There's a ball down and away. Friday night. This is Monday. It feels like Sunday, but it's Monday. 4-game series Friday through Monday. He took the loss on Friday. Here's the 2-0 and a swing and a foul tip squeeze. Patterson 1-2, a 4.36 ERA in 8 games. The 2-1, swing and a miss on a fastball. 10 in the 3rd innings, 7 runs, 5 earned, and again 4 of those were in that game Friday night. And the wind and the pitch. Strike 3 called. A fastball on the outside corner at 91 as Patterson spots up and Nash is rung up. Welcome back, Ray.
Thank you, Daryl.
My daughter wanted to do color while you were gone, and
she told me she had to do a job, and I did not want to deprive her of the right to do that job.
That's exactly what she said. She said, I have to do my job, so she came in, put the headset on. I'm still afraid to turn the mic up, though. I have no idea what she's going to say. She did do the breadsticks chant. I probably could have turned it on for that, but here's Paniagua, who's 2 for 3. First pitch is over for a strike. Still don't know what a almost 4-year-old is going to say, so. Here's the wind and the 0-1. Swinging a foul tip squeezed. Patterson looking much more in control so far tonight, hitting his spots. It's the wind, the 0-2. Swung on, fouled off down the right field side. That was Marcus, our on-field host, who walked by with a very undersized Star Wars mask. I'm not sure that one's going to be very comfortable for him. Would serve him right, though, for wearing that Ohio State jersey the other night. Here's a swing and a miss on a slider in the dirt. Morales blocks it and tags him. And Jimmy Patterson has struck out the first 2 this inning, including the man who destroyed that game-ending shot against him a few nights ago. Paniagua down this time. 2 for 4 on the day. And with 2 down, Nick Ferdinand will stand in. 7-4, Bridgeport leads it here in the home 7th. Patterson with the pitch. It is a high strike call. Ferdinand 0 for 2 with a walk. The windup, the 0-1. Swung on and poked, just foul. Past the bag at first. That was close. Right off the end of the bat, but it flirted with an open area on the line. No balls and 2 strikes, however. Patterson steps off. Twilight here this evening, a little after 7:30. The 0-2, and it's off the plate away. Patterson trying to strike out the side. Which would be a real rebound for him after the other night. Former Rays prospect deals. Swing and a miss, and he does. He got Ferdinand on a slider down and in, a half swing, but he went around on it, and Patterson strikes out the side in order. We head to the 8th, still 7-4 Bridgeport.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in south central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
He's a great, great man. Was Muhammad Ali a thug? He was colorful, controversial. But this is a guy who did something before anybody else did it. And we were okay with it. A lot of us were okay because of how Ali looked. Handsome, well-spoken, and poetry. There was charisma to it. Richard Sherman just came out of a game and started yelling right in our face.
Dan Patrick.
On Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. The revolution plays here. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Top of the 8th, 7-4. Bridgeport leads it. Ron Scooters will come on. I'm informed that last inning 1 run was earned, 1 run was unearned. Scooters will take over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Wilson Batista leads things off. 0 for 2 with a sac bunt. And a little temperamental moment back in the 6th inning. Scooters sets his first pitch of the night, is swung on and yanked to left, a base hit. Ferdinand will move toward the corner, plays the carom, and overthrows second, backed up by Nash, but Batista was ready for it and moves up on the Revs' 3rd error in the last 2 innings. A single and a throwing error on Ferdinand, who got under that one, and it sailed. Scooters hasn't had much work lately, and this is the final game of a 7-game homestand. It's his first appearance. In fact, his first since last Saturday night at Somerset. Here's Job Dewan Morales, who's 0 for 3 in the game, and Paniagua. It's been so long since Ron's been on the mound. They're going to have to head out and get together in person on the signs here. Scooters 3-0, a 2.95 ERA, 20 games. That throwing error on Ferdinand, his first error since June 24th. Ends a 37-game streak without an error for him. First pitch to Morales is swung on and fouled back into the netting. No balls and a strike. Ray, it's an exciting week on WOYK. We've teased it a little bit on Twitter that folks should tune in tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's a big day.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you haven't heard before, it's a big day indeed.
A lot of people haven't heard as Scooters misses down low, 1-1. Have you heard?
I have. I've heard some rumblings. Another big name to be added to the rotation that we already have of Zabin, Patrick, and Eisen.
There's the stretch, the 1-1, and a liner to right, actually more of a looper. Boggs will come in, and he's got it. Shallow right field. One away. How much further can we go with this before we have to actually just say it?
Now we can stop right there.
Stop right there?
Stop. Why ruin a good thing?
Should we come out and say it? Or should we let people wonder?
You are the GM.
I know, but I'm asking the operations assistant for his opinion. Here's Juan Martinez. Oh, Batista running before a pitch. Scooter steps off, throws to third, and he is out by plenty. He thought he could catch him napping. Broke for third. They hollered for Scooters to step off, and he calmly makes the toss to Pounds, who tags him in the chest. Batista caught stealing.
Thought he could catch the young pitcher napping, but younger talent gets the veteran.
And so many times that does work for the runner. Pitch to Juan Martinez is over for a strike. All right, Colin Cowherd will be joining our lineup tomorrow at 3 p.m.
And there you go.
And there you have it.
Matt doesn't seem impressed.
Whatever. Pitch up high, 1-1. So tomorrow at 3, tune in for the newest addition to the lineup. We'll be back on the air and on our air. He'll be on our air for the first time in several years. He was on this station back in the day. The 1-1, and that misses down low. So looking forward to that. So now they've heard.
Yes, they have.
The 2-1 line foul. Look out. It hits the sidewall just short of the Revs bullpen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the Herd back on air beginning this week. So we go Zabe in the morning to Dan Patrick to Rich Eisen to the Herd. It's pretty good. It's pretty awesome. You be tuned in, Ray?
I'll give a listen for sure. Colin Cowherd.
That's it? You'll give a listen?
Colin Cowherd is not my cup of tea, but the man he's an entertainer, first and foremost. And he gets people to respond no matter which way.
It's a pitch in the dirt, and it's 3-2. Many love him.
And I understand them. I understand that completely.
Many do not.
Yeah, and I understand that as well. I'm indifferent. Don't hate him, don't love him, but I think he's a good guy to get a response.
I'm looking forward to listening, and I mean, it's a great addition to an already stout lineup. There's the stretch from Scooters. And the payoff pitch swung on and looped to right. Boggs coming in. He's got it. Little soft liner hangs up for him, and the inning's over. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, nobody left. So we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's the Bluefish 7, the Revs 4.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
It's going to be another epic year in high school football, and Sports Radio 1350 is ready for kickoff. Tune in every Friday night this fall for the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Plus, go to WOIK1350.com for a full breakdown of the teams and the players of the 2015 York Adams League. The high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Catch the action every Friday night on Sports Radio 1350, online at WOIK1350.com, or download the WOIK mobile app.
We're everywhere. Listen on the go with the WOYK mobile apps. Download today at WOYK1350.com.
Summer is about taking time for what really matters. Spending time with the family, enjoying nature's beauty, having a healthy lawn you can be proud of, plus the time to enjoy it. With Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, you get world-class environmentally responsible lawn care from a hometown team. The result is a vibrant, beautiful lawn that turns heads and boosts curb appeal. Visit us at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
Your home for Revolution Baseball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the eighth, 7-4, Bridgeport leads. Right-hander Eric Draxton is the new pitcher. James Simmons will lead things off, looking to get something sparked from the bottom of the order. 2 for 3 tonight, a double steal, run scored. And Draxton's first pitch is over for a strike. Saw him yesterday work a scoreless inning. And on Friday as well, 2 scoreless in this series. The 0-1 and a miss down and away. Simmons, Patterson, and then Valdez. Will there be any more late inning heroics tonight? The 1-1 breaking ball over for a strike. Draxton 3-1 at 2.40 ERA in 51 games. Set, and the 1-2 way in. Simmons jumps back. Simmons hit by a pitch in yesterday's game. We've got a couple of great photographers that contribute to our website. Here's a swing and a miss on a slider, and Draxton gets Simmons on strikes, 1 away. We've got Mo Moschella, who was here today, and also he's an avid listener. We appreciate that. And Joe Dahl, a season ticket holder down near the dugout, yesterday got a photo of Simmons hit by pitch right, just imprinting his side. Here's Eric Patterson, who takes a little bit high. It was a solid one. Bluefish relievers now have struck out the last 5 hitters combined. The 1-0, and that's over the outer half, a strike. Patterson 0 for 3 with a walk, a steal, and a run. The 1-1 pitch, swung on, lifted in the air in center. Chapman lines it up and makes the squeeze. 2 down. He still has the shades on top of his hat. As we approach nightfall this evening. 2 away. And it'll bring up Wilson Valdez, who's 4 for 4 in this one. There's an RBI and a steal as well. Stolen base is 31st of the year. Came in ranking 4th in the league in that category. First pitch is swung on, hit in the air and right. And Dotel will tiptoe to his left, and he squeezes it. Quick 1-2-3-8. First time all day that Valdez has been set down. And we'll go to the 9th. Revs trail the Bluefish 7-4.
When she looks up and says, "Dad, I'm playing field hockey," try not to show fear. She's quite capable of joining that fury of females churning down field, sticks in hand, ready to conquer and crush the opposition. In fact, in her mind, she's been ready to play. But you won't be ready until you take her to Flying Feet sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet is the one place that makes sense of all the sports your kids are into, especially field hockey footwear. No, it's not just sneakers, Dad. She'll need shin guards and socks, and don't forget hockey balls, stick bags, grip tape, and hockey sticks from Dita and Gray's Cranberry. Flying Feet covers every player, every size, every ability, even goalie sticks. Dad, you're about to get an education on the art of fierce female competitive instinct, but Flying Feet can help you navigate that treacherous turf. They've been outfitting field hockey players and entire teams since your wife played back in '83.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet sports shoes, 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 11 of I-83.
High school football is on Sports Radio 1350 this fall. Tune in every Friday night for the WOYK High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Your kids, your teams.
Campbell to throw, fires it. He has Terry Canes. Canes is into the backfield at the 20, tripped up at the 15, still going. He's into the end zone.
It's local sports from local people on York's only local sports station. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head to the 9th, 7-4, Bridgeport. It is with some angst that we return to the air. There appears to be a bee of some sort in the booth. Jackson! Ethan Chapman will lead off as Scooters stays in.
It's not as big as the other one, that's for sure.
That's a relief. First pitch of the inning is down low. That other one.
Maybe it heard of its fallen brethren that was destroyed in our studio and has come for revenge.
I hope not. This is the 1-0. And that misses a little low. He's up in our fluorescent lights. Bridgeport with closer Pat Mincy up in their bullpen. The 2-0, and Chapman shows bunt, takes low. Chapman 1 for 2, an RBI triple early in the game, walked and scored in the 7th. The 3-0. And he got that one over, a called strike. We do have a cricket problem in our studio at night, but...
I took care of that.
You did?
Yes.
How did that happen?
Tried to sneak up behind me, and I was cutting a promo. That was a mistake.
It was a fastball over for strike 2. Full count. So he won't be coming back?
Oh,
Scooter's ready. The payoff pitch swung on, fouled away, left field side. Well, the monster that we had about a month ago, that was not a cricket, was it?
Oh no, we still don't know what it was.
Okay. Scooters will try it again. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball down low, and breadsticks will be divvied. She's pumped.
Why not? Free breadsticks.
One away here in the top of the 9.
That's the first time since the 6th that the Revs have retired the leadoff batter. They did that with Batista, but after he got on base.
Here's Brian Sabatella at the top of the order. 0 for 3, did reach on a sac bunt error in the 7th inning. First pitch is fouled off, right field side. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, the late games are underway, or at least one of them. Lancaster trails Camden 1-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. Somerset and Sugar Land, a 7:05 start Central Time, so they'll start in about 10 minutes. Here's a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. I'm sure the Patriots won't be cranky at all when they return tomorrow on no sleep. And they're always very pleasant. Here's the 0-2. Way up and in. Chin music as Sabatella twists away. Earlier today, Southern Maryland a 3-2 win at Long Island.
Much different than the 16-14 game. 36 combined hits in that contest between the Blue Crabs and the Ducks yesterday.
Scooter's the 1-2. And a foul back upstairs. And it comes bouncing down in front. Revs in the bottom of the 9th will have the heart of the order due up, 3-4-5. Will be in need of a big inning to complete a sweep. Another 1-2. And it missed a little high, a slider. I think I understand one reason why Sabatella leads off. I mean, he puts the bat on it, it's got good speed, but he fouls off a ton of pitches. I mean, he gets into deep counts because he fouls off so many.
Even his first at bat against Gailey went 7 pitches. Gailey luckily was able to get Josh Prince out in just 1, but it's still 7 more than you would like in the first inning, ideally.
Mm-hmm. On the 2-2, and he fouls this one off down the right field side. A guy leaning over the railing in the front of the picnic area had it go right through his hands. Now the mad scramble ensues. Several kids scanning the seats in Section 1, trying to figure out where it came to rest. Sorry, Ray.
No problem. Startled me. I thought it was the B.
Didn't mean to do that.
It's all good.
Another 2-2 and a foul tip back into the net. Down in front. Downtown, giving us an obstructed view seat.
No, I'm fine. My view is not obstructed there.
Really pays to be on that right side of the booth sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Pitch here is tapped toward the middle. Patterson will be there from second, charging forward, and he throws on the run and gets Sabatella at first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 9th. 7-4 the lead for Bridgeport. So again, if you didn't hear, if you hadn't heard last inning, tomorrow beginning at 3, our newest addition to the daytime lineup, the Herd. Colin Coward beginning at 3 to 6. And I'm sure he will be ripe. He's been off air for a few months. Here's Josh Prince. And he swings and lifts one at second. Patterson out, puts it away to end the inning. 1-2-3 for Scooters. They have some great promos for the new show with duct tape on his mouth, and it says it comes off on September 8th, which is tomorrow. So I'm sure it'll be a good debut We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It's Bridgeport 7, York 4.
Hi, this is Tom Dasher, President of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in retirement planning and strategies to meet individual personal goals. Whether you are looking for wealth accumulation or to maximize your retirement income. Oh, heck, this has sounded just like another commercial. Hey, listen, it's this simple. We use risk-free investment vehicles, whether you are looking to still build wealth accumulation or you want retirement income or a combination of both. It is all about getting your money parked in the place that will benefit you the most. If you want to do that, call me. My office number is 246-3879 or my mobile is 487-2096 or contact me at my new website at tomdasher.com.
Broadway transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They towed my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man!
I know they help me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 9th, Bridgeport a 7-4 lead as they try to snap a 5-game skid and salvage the finale here in York. Revs having taken the first 3. Closer Pat Mincy takes over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Andres Perez up first. He's 0 for 3, but has a sac fly. And the first pitch of the inning is over for a strike. Sac fly for his league-leading 75th run batted in back in the 4th. Bluefish have gotten him to hit into a couple of double plays today. Here's the 0-1 swing and a foul tip squeezed. Mincy from a low angle slings it up there. It's a strange delivery. Deception definitely a factor in his favor. They play Dre to pull it in the outfield. 0-2 is up high. And for Mincy, he has deceived the opponent 23 times in save situations. He's going for his 24th. Deals, and it's bounced foul, third base side. Deceived is the word I was looking for.
Decepted. No, don't think that's in the Webster Dictionary.
A lot of tough words out there, Ray.
No, we've already established there I've been. Oh, you're not looking it up, are you?
Maybe. Here's a swing and a pop-up foul coming back toward the net, and it'll land on the track just before Morales got there, up against the screen.
By the way, Urban Dictionary does not count, so don't even think about it.
Well, the Urban Dictionary refers to it as Bay Area slang to be deceived. So, in the Bay Area, they knew what I meant. I'm sure we have a lot of listeners out there.
I'm sure.
So that's who we were catering to. Pitch to Dre, swung on, smoked foul. He pulls it into the stands, down past the third base dugout.
Well, that foul ball deceived the fans there. They're trying to look for it in the stands where it clearly bounced past them and into the concourse area. They're going to come up empty, and now they realize their folly.
And it decepted some others. It's another 1-2. Swung on, line to left field, and that's in for a hit. No, Perez with A leadoff single to begin the bottom of the ninth, and he battled. Revs may not be done today just yet. I'll bring up Brandon Boggs, who's 1 for 3, a single and a walk. His hitting streak up to 7. For the record, Ray, the Urban Dictionary is the only place I see my word, so. Here's the first pitch to Boggs. It misses high and away. Can't find it anywhere else. But that was only on page 1 of the Google search. Maybe if I spent a little more time on it.
By all means.
It's a called strike on the outside corner, 1-1.
Get you a thesaurus, help you out with that. Learn some other words that don't exist.
Well, no word existed until somebody made it up. So maybe we just invented one. Here's a foul back against the screen, 1-2. Did you ever think about that?
I just have, and now it's horrifying. Well, not only do you get great baseball here in our broadcast, you get philosophy.
And good one.
Sure.
One and two on Boggs. Here's the stretch from Mincy. And the pitch. It's off the plate away. Morales tried to bring it back for a frame, but it was out. 2-2. '48th game for Mincy. He's 1-0 with a 2.82 ERA. Now the stretch, and he deals, and a swing and a fly ball toward the line in left. 3 fielders will chase, and it lands right by the railing bordering the Bridgeport bullpen in the seats. Boggs at bat will continue. 2-2 it stays. I'll be listening to the Herd tomorrow on our way to TD Bank Ballpark. Have my day all set. Here's the stretch. Another 2-2. And it's off the plate away, and Boggs works it full. If he gets on, the tying run will hit already. Brian Pounds, who's homered twice today, is on deck. The stretch. And the 3-2. Missed high, ball 4. And the Revs have gritted out 2 at-bats to begin this inning, resulting in a Perez single and a Boggs walk. Mincy's already thrown 14 pitches. And here comes Brian Pounds, who today is 2 for 4 with a pair of homers. We have some drama again. Down 7-4 in the ninth. The stretch, Mincy the pitch, and a swing and a foul straight back. Pounds goes after the first one, had a good cut. No balls, 1 strike. Nash follows Pounds. Revs trying to rally late again. The stretch, the 0-1. Swung on, popped up foul. Morales will give it a look, but it's well back in the crowd. No balls and 2 strikes. 3,762 today here at the stadium. Mincy stretches. The 0-2. And he flips a breaking ball up there. It's high. Mincy came over from Winnipeg of the American Association. Now into his stretch. And the 1-2. Swung on, ground ball, base hit to left. They will stop Perez at third, and they are loaded with nobody out here in the bottom of the ninth. And Telvin Nash coming to the plate. The table has been set as the Revs try to do the unthinkable again.
This may certainly be high risk, but if I'm the Bluefish, do I intentionally walk Nash just for the risk of not having him have 4 straight gains of a home run?
Buck Showalter would have done it with Barry Bonds back in the day. Here's Luis Rodriguez, their catcher, and today handling, I guess, pitching coach duties. He'll head out to the mound and bring the entire infield in here. It's interesting to see him make this visit, as he is still a full-time player, but a player coach on their roster.
Not an uncommon occurrence in this league. You saw Jeremy Owens do it for a little bit.
Polo did it the first half of 2010 before becoming a full-time coach. So here's Nash, who's 0 for 3 today with a walk. Revs down 7-4, winning run at the plate. First pitch is up high. The tying run is Pounds at first, with 2 others on in front of him. Nash, who's homered in 3 straight. One more would tie a team record. The 1-0, and it flutters up there, a slider for a strike. And he looked back, maybe not totally eye to eye with the call, but it's 1-1. Mincy ready. 1-1 pitch, swing and a foul back. Another slider. Nash maybe just a little early on it. 1-2. Paniagua, who ended Friday's game with a salami, waits on deck. Mincy, who works from the first base side of the rubber. The righty's set. The 1-2, and it's up high. Nash lays off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Revs have had 1 ultimate grand slam in their history. P.J. Rose, Paniagua Friday night, the second with a walk-off grand slam, no matter the score. The 2-2, hit him! It's 7-5. Nash wears it on 2-2. And in to score is Perez, a 7-5 game. And Paniagua to the plate next.
Just putting that out there. The same could have been accomplished right there if an intentional walk. And now they've wasted all those pitches, and Mincy is now in greater risk of getting hit upon, especially with Salvador Paniagua at the plate.
Paniagua 2 for 4 on the day. Pounds, the tying run, is at second base. He could score on a base hit. First pitch is foul-tipped. Back to the backstop on a slider that Paniagua went after. Revs have developed a certain confidence late in games. Bluefish got to be thinking, here we go again. The 0-1. Swung on, line drive, base hit! Left field, Boggs scores! Here comes Pounds! Throw is late! This game's tied! They have done it again! Salvador Paniagua, the game-tying 2-run single to left! Unbelievable! It's 7-7 here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Just call Paniagua Mr. September. My goodness.
Just incredible. He got a hanging slider and drilled it into left. They have done it again. It's 7-7. And Nick Ferdinand, the hitter, and they will pinch run Mikey Reynolds at second base for Telvin Nash. Paniagua in the 9th inning again. A 2-run single on his 3rd hit of the day. And the writers better start rewriting their stories. Here's Nick Ferdinand, still no outs. Revs with their 14th hit of the game. Can you believe this? Here's Ferdinand, who's 0 for 3 with a walk. And Mincy the pitch, he's going to bunt, and it's up near his helmet as he squats down and takes ball 1. Simmons follows Ferdinand. If Ferdinand bunts, they could intentionally walk Simmons, and then it would be Patterson. They don't have a lefty getting ready. Corners come in, he squares again and gets it down. Mincy in to pick it up, throw to first, and just holding the bag was Prince, the second baseman, as he stepped across into foul territory. A little dicey on the throw, but the sacrifice is good, and the winning run is at third. Nash is there, Paniagua's on at second. Here's James Simmons, and we'll see if they pitch to him.
That was the right call on that sac bunt from first base umpire John Harrington. Prince just got the toe drag across on the bag.
All 4 infielders in. A couple of Sundays ago, in extra innings, Simmons had a game-tying hit and scored the winning run against Somerset. Here, he's trying to win it. And Mincy the pitch. It's a called strike up in the zone. Simmons 2 for 4, a double and a run scored today. All 4 infielders in. Mikey Reynolds, the winning run at third base. 7-7 in the bottom of the 9th. Mincy the stretch. The 0-1. Swing and a drive. Right field and deep. It is down on the warning track. Base hit. Game over. They have done it again. Unbelievable. And the Revs have swept the Bluefish in 4. 4 straight comeback wins in the final at bat. 8-7 the final score in the bottom of the 9th inning. 4 runs in the 9th, and James Simmons is in the middle of the mob scene tonight.
He tried to run away from it, tried to run away from his own celebration, but they got him anyway.
What a comeback and what a series. All 4 wins come from behind, and they do it in the last at-bat in all 4. 2 in the 8th. This one, the second one in the 9th this weekend. Happy Labor Day, Revs fans. They win it 8-7. What a finish. They are absolutely doing their part to stay in this thing. And they sweep the Bluefish, their 4th sweep of the year, their 2nd in 4 games, and their 30th comeback win of the season, their 4th in a row. The only out that the Revs made in that 9th inning was on the sac bunt that moved the winning run to third, and James Simmons promptly ends the night. On an RBI single, it will be called, as he drilled it to the warning track in right field. What a win, and they go gangbusters in the infield again, chasing down yet another hero. Revs add to their team record with walk-off win number 11. And Ray, there have been some repeat offenders, but it does feel like there's been almost a different hero in almost all 11.
Absolutely. I think right now the Revs are playing like a team, and you're definitely seeing that. This one didn't come as easy as the other wins have in this series. The errors that the Revs piled up, they had 3 on the night, but they didn't hang their heads at all, and that was a tremendous rally in the 9th. Well done.
Down 3, and they score 4 to win it. And they threw 29 pitches, Mincy did, before retiring a hitter. And the Revs walk him off on Simmons' game-winning RBI single to right. He was all smiles. The Gatorade jug is still laying out in the middle of the infield. Out between first and second base as Mike Urich heads to retrieve that, the remaining artifact from the post-game celebration. But what a 9th inning. Down 3 in their final at-bat. Never say die. And they did not. Scoring 4 runs. And of the 4 comeback wins in this series sweep against Bridgeport, 3 of them were from down 3. The season's biggest comeback was from down 4 early in August against Southern Maryland, but in 3 of the 4 wins in this series, they were down 3 runs, including in their last at-bat tonight. And the 15th hit of the night for this potent Revs offense is the one that wins it. There is just a special confidence about this team when they're down late in a game. And Ray, they're going to need a lot of help to extend this season in a couple of weeks, but it has been so much fun to watch them play here down the stretch.
It's been tremendously fun here in the past couple of games, and we mentioned it in the beginning of this series. The Revs just have to focus on them right now. Just put Lancaster out of the picture. What Lancaster does is what Lancaster is going to do. The Revs just have to focus